turn the motherfucker on.
Again, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Senior Night 2025. This time, we'd like to recognize our senior football players before they go get ready for tonight's game. Up first, we have Mr. Levi Childress. He is escorted tonight by his parents, Brandon and April Childress. Levi's plans following high school graduation are to attain a job on Mack trucks as a diesel mechanic with his father. Up next, we have Mr. Jacob Gatlin. He's escorted tonight by his parents, Doc Hewitt and Cedrell Gatlin. On the sidelines waiting for him are his sister, Janelle Gatlin. Jacob plans to attend Lamar University, take advantage of their business program on monitoring and computer engineering.
The following is a presentation of the Pontywood Sports Network.
Welcome to the Wright Chrysler Dodge Ram pregame show. Just like the big game, you have to be prepared. And the same holds true when it comes to buying your next vehicle. So be prepared by going to WrightChryslerDodgeJeep.com. That way you're ready to go when you hit the lot. Now it's time for us to get you ready for the big game. The Wright Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram pregame show starts now. It doesn't matter if you need a truck tire or if you need a car tire. If you need a tire, you call Joaquin Tire. Joaquin Tire Shop provides new and used tires along with oil changes and 24-hour road service. Stop and see them on Highway 7 in Joaquin.
Alrighty, we're back here as we'll talk to Coach here a little bit more about some of the ball games that we're going on in getting ready for the big ball game coming up on Thursday night. So let's go back here and let's talk about the Shelbyville game, Coach. And, it was a big game here for the Rams. And I tell you what, it surprised me because I didn't know how the Rams would respond after that 24-play, 10.5-minute drive that the Dragons started off with there. It kind of took up that whole first quarter, but the Rams were right there to come back and say, hey, we're ready to go.
Yeah, like when we go out there and we play a team like Shelbyville, a spread team, there's a whole lot of back and forth coaching going on with that, and I don't know how many people get into this, but we're kind of unique in that I call the offense, I call the defense, and a lot of people divvy those responsibilities up, but at the end of the day, I like knowing that I'm in charge of both. And so I had a great opportunity, over my time at Joaquin to coach with my brother, who is, I think he's the best defensive coordinator, that's ever coached, in 2A football anyways. Right. And he's very cerebral when it comes to defense. He's very defensive when it comes to defense, about like I am with our offense. And so I had the opportunity to learn for a long time from him. And just seeing the way that he did it when he was the defensive coordinator. I still kind of have him on staff because he's the high school principal, so
right.
I call him the consultant is what I call him. He's never at practice or anything, you know, and so it all kind of falls on me during the week to get it all done. But he's a great resource that puts in, you know, a lot of time to help us be better. And I'm thankful for that. And then when we get out there on Friday night, you know, in my opinion, it's my job to try to make him proud, you know. And when the games are over, we have plenty of arguments about what I did well and what I didn't do well, or what another defensive coordinator might have done a little differently. But, you know, I always go out there with a plan and an idea of what I want to do, and, you know, making checks to what you're getting when you're playing a team like that. It's the same way playing Honey Grove in the playoffs, you know, like if you go out there against a spread team like that who's making audibles at the line of scrimmage and you don't have the ability to do the same thing, you're going to get burnt, and you're going to give up a lot of points. And the teams that give up a lot of points to spread teams, I think that's some of the mistakes that they make. You know, that they're not ready to make the adjustments on the fly like what we are. And there were several times on that first drive. You know, I told one of the guys that I knew from Shelbyville on that first drive, it was like he would move a chess piece, and then I would move a chess piece, and then his kids would look back at him, and then he would move another. And there's only 40 seconds, but a whole on that first drive of the game when you're filling each other out, and I'm trying to figure out what he's comfortable with his kids doing that maybe is a little different than what it was last year. And so, you know, throughout the course of the game, it was, you know, make a move. And we had 5 fourth downs on the first drive of the game, and we get off of it on one, and you know, a penalty that may or may not have been the right call on that one, that sets them up and lets them score. But in my opinion, you know, if your kids are playing good defense and you're making good defensive calls, you're getting to fourth down. That's the trick to it, is just get to fourth down, and then you only have to make one play. And I thought on the fourth down that we did make the play. The refs didn't help us out at all, and they were able to get it in the end zone. And like I said, maybe looking back, I'd have done something a little bit differently on the first drive. We had kind of moved some people around defensively. And, you know, they were kind of they were fit, like Zach, for instance. He was playing inside linebacker for the first time, and that's Zach Kelly. And he was trying to figure out exactly what we were doing there, you know. And but we got through that first drive, and then the rest of the time I got a little bid better feel of what I wanted to do after that long drive. And the kids settled into what we were doing, and they did a great job. You know, they did as good as they did last year, you know. And you know, like I said, we've had a few injuries on that side of the ball too, and we're kind of rolling with the punches and moving people around and stuff. But the kids executed the game plan really, really well defensively.
Right. Yeah, they did a really, really good job out there. And I mean, with only 2 drives in that first half for y'all, and then it was actually 2 for Shelbyville too. And then on the other side, it was like, you know, get into that second half, and then there was a couple of the turnovers out there, but. You know, I didn't know if Reynolds was going to get run down there, but is that fast as you seen him run on that pick back?
Yeah, for sure. You know, I mean, it was actually two kids that are there. I mean, they're great kids. Trenton is as good of an inside middle linebacker from his ability to, you know, like who he is as a person. And then you've got Tate chasing him, Obregon, who, you know, he grew up here. He played 7th and 8th grade football here for us. I think we did a really good job coaching that group up when they were 8th graders. And to see Trenton and Tate, the 2 inside linebackers, racing down the field, you know, at warp speed for both of them, you know, it was a treat to watch, you know, and I was just glad he made it.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, is he gonna catch him? He got there. He got there. And then too, we had a young man too that made some plays there. Number 17, I think it was Chambliss. Had it different on the roster there, but he made some really good plays there, kind of a newer to the team as well, and he did really some good things there too.
Yeah, so Christian, he joined us. It was back early in the season. His parents, that they're from here. I went to school with his mom. She was I guess she was was she 1 or 2 years younger or something like that, and so she moved back here to her old home place with him. And getting to coach, he's a good kid, you know, and putting him out there, he made a lot of plays. He had that one really big sack, you know, and he's a young kid. He's just a sophomore, and he's figuring things out at a new school. Things are different. I know class is different for him, you know, but yeah, he had that one really big sack, and you can tell he's a ball energy. He's the same way at practice, just a ball energy.
That's awesome. And too, you know, we talked about Brody and, you know, playing really well out there, you know, and the Kilpatrick boys, you know, they played really good out there too for you guys. You know, you called their names out there, but many guys out there too. You know, you got a plethora of guys that are just all over the field there, and you know, you could call different names all night on different defensive and sometimes offensive side of the ball there for the Rams is making good plays.
Yeah, you know, it's like the boys were saying, you know, when you were asking them, you know, like what do they think, you know, when they first walk out there, and I love their answer, you know, just do my job, you know, because we really lay that on them thick, you know, that each of them, they know their part, like probably as well as anybody in the state of Texas, that they know their position and they know what they're responsible for every week.
Right.
And, you know, we put great game plans together every single week for them, defensively and offensively. And offensively is a little easier every week because we have what we do. We make minor tweaks week to week, but, you know, defensively is where it really stands out. And because in 2A, you may be playing, you know, Shelbyville spread one week, and you may be playing Garrison wing T the next, and none of those offenses are easy to stop. So we really put a lot of time in defensively to try to be the best, you know. And I told the boys, everybody in the district has done a pretty good job defensively this year. We have a chance to have the best defense this week if we can do a really good job versus Garrison. And I said that's something I really would like to hang my hat on.
Right.
That, you know, we may not have the stats offensively that we had last year, but we can always be good on defense.
Right. Yeah, you know, somebody, I saw, you know, people always going to say stuff out there and say that, you know, they felt like this district, even though it was as much touted as this, you know, it felt like it was a little bit weaker this year, but I don't understand where that's coming from because the defensive play by the teams in the Piney Woods is just phenomenal, you know, and you got to have a good offense to go against these good defenses to put points up there.
Yeah, and I would say this to anybody that thinks that is just like us going fourth last year. Like, you better wait till the show's over.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You better wait till the show's over before you say something is weak, because I can tell you from what I'm seeing right now from our district and what I'm seeing on film from other districts, I feel like anybody that thinks that we're weak is going to be real disappointed.
Wide-eyed surprise coming up.
Yeah, come Thanksgiving and 1st of December.
Right.
Because I really do. I see a good, clear path for us and Garrison and St. Augustine throughout the playoffs. You know, and everything is about matchup in football, but – you know, I think there's some teams that we match up way better than St. Augustine does against. I think there's some teams that St. Augustine may match up better than we do against. But, you know, when you get out there on a Friday night, everybody always asks me what's going to happen. I say, hey, it's up to these kids. It's up to these kids. When we get out there on the field, like, these kids are going to decide if we win or lose, you know. We're going to call the plays, and if they do what they're coached to do and they do it with a full heart, it's going to be really hard to beat us. And it's the same way for the other team, too. If the other team goes out there and they compete, you know, it's theirs, too.
Definitely. Well, you know, Coach, let's move into some of the offensive and defensive scenes there. You know, you guys have had, you know, this late in the season, you're going to have injuries. You're going to have little bumps and bruises and things like that. So, you know, anything different that you're having to do this year? I mean, this upcoming, on your offensive, defensive side there, as far as, you know, guys, are everybody pretty much healthy then getting into it?
Well, you know, like, I mean, we talked about losing the center before district started. So, O'Rear, he's kind of finding his own in that role on the team, and he's doing a great job with it, I think. Trenton, our quarterback, I think he's getting used to that being O'Rear. Right. On the other side of the ball, you know, we have, you know, little things that may hold somebody out here and there, talking to the kids about the importance of this game this week versus Garrison. You go as the 2 seed and you play Corrigan or Centerville. You go as the 3 seed, you play Corrigan or Centerville. And the big message that I sold the kids on after the game versus Shelbyville, and it's something that I hope they're all really, really proud of, is that we have already punched a better ticket than what we had last year.
Right.
Last year, we drew the short end of the straw. We got 4th, and we had to go play a district champion from a district as soon as first rattle out of the box. And we had a great team that was fully capable of beating one district champion after the next, and this year I think we're capable of doing the same thing, but we're not going to have to play a district champion. We're going to play a 2nd or a 3rd place team, and both of these teams, looking at their scores throughout the year, they're very similar. That one of them isn't just a head and shoulders better than the other one, and I think I like the way we match up versus both of those teams, and it may be Centerville again, or maybe Corrigan, who we already played this year. And that's a game that I thought that, we could have opened it up pretty wide open early in the game, and we had a touchdown get called back here and there. And so it'll be fun to see how that all works out. But I'm really looking forward to the playoffs, and I said this a lot last year, and I mean it. It's a Wayne Gandy saying that he used to tell us, you just want to get to that dance,
right?
And
just get me there.
Yeah, and I buy into that. If you can just get us there, I'll make sure that we dance well,
right.
And I think the kids that they know that's the truth. That they should at least,
after seeing the work, yeah, that's all right.
Exactly, and I think they're all really excited about the playoffs too. Just, I hate to say that they look like, they're just ready to get this week over with and get to it. But I sense that a little bit. That we've talked so much all year long about, let's just get in and make another run. Let's just get in and make another run. Gosh, I can't wait. I can't wait to get in the play, And so, but it's easier said than done when you're in this district, because until Friday night, we weren't even in yet.
Right.
And so I think it's something we're all looking forward to. And like I said, if we can get everybody, feeling good and healthy this week, we're going to go out there and do everything in our power to let our seniors go out with a win on Thursday night here at Ram Stadium. Because I told the boys today at practice, we're not going to make excuses about this or that, or is this person hurt or is that person hurt? I honestly, I love a challenge. I love it. I love adversity. I love it when everybody, pulls the chips away from us and says, man, they can't do this. I told the boys, if somebody told me that we were favored by 100, I'm not even sure that I would want to go coach the game.
Right.
But I like feeling like the chips are stacked against us, and that we're up against some huge task. It just gets me fired up, and it makes me want to coach twice as harder, and I think it makes them want to play twice as hard.
I think you're right there too. And they got a great attitude, that's for sure, Coach. But talking a little bit about the opponent coming up here on Thursday, Garrison Bulldogs. They're looking to win, to move ahead. To do their thing there too. They want to move in there, but Garrison Bulldogs always tough. Coach Alvarez always got some guys ready to play too. Yeah,
and me and Brandon. We're pretty tight. He's probably one of the only coaches that I FaceTime. Me and him actually video talk to each other. Usually at least once a week during football season. And he comes from a great family. We had his dad come over here before the year started and talk to the teachers. Just as a motivational speaker. Me and my brother, we love Jack. We think he did great things when he was at Ennis and when he was at Kirbyville. Kind of, just one of our mentors is Brandon's dad, and we think a lot of that family and what they do. I respect what they do on offense a lot. He's different than us, but he's similar at the same time. And, Garrison's never short on talent, that's for sure. And he puts a good team out there, and he always challenges you with formations and trick plays and things like that. But, it makes the game fun to watch. I'll remind Brandon, though, if he gets a chance to watch this, that we've played one time at Ram Stadium, and I'm 1-0 at my stadium. I had to coach against him in the COVID game when Wade and John and Westbrook and the rest of the staff, they all had COVID that night, and nobody would let them come back to school because this was when COVID was everything. And I remember they all stood in the back of their pickup trucks on the far end of the stadium and watched the game from there. And I guess me and Mike and Chad Lawrence were the three that were left. And, I got to play head coach for the first time in my life that week. Right. And I got to go out there and beat Brandon, and that was his first time being a head coach, at Garrison and coming in. And that's one that I reminded him of already. So we'll see how it goes. I got to try to stay undefeated. Right, anytime you play a friend like that, you want to make sure you hang that over your head.
Yeah, because you can always carry it on there for a while. That's for sure. I'll tell you, it's going to be a great game, and I look forward to being there and on broadcasting up there from the top of the press box where we like to get up there. But one little thing before we get to go here, Coach, because this Rams community is just phenomenal. We get to see them traveling last year in the playoffs to all the games, and then the big rivalry game last week in Shelbyville. They're going to be there for that one, and so and then talking to the good folks here at Bison Brew, they're like, oh yeah, we want to get you. And so this is a great community to and the guys love the folks around here too. You can talking to them. So what a great community you guys have here.
Oh yeah, no doubt. Me and April. I talked to her today on the phone, and we were talking about something completely different, completely unrelated to the show, and it was just like, oh hey, by the way, don't forget, we're going there, but we're doing the radio show tonight, and but yeah, the whole community, everybody seems to have the boys back year in and year out, and like they were saying about going to the game versus Shelbyville, it's one of them things. I remember thinking when we got to the stadium, like, there's going to be a lot of people here. And we're going out there, and their side's going to be packed, our side's going to be packed. And then you walk out there, and, of course, before the game, no one's there. And then you go into the locker room, and you walk back out. When you walk back out, the whole stadium's packed, Right. And as a coach, you never really think about it. You just don't. You're just locked. I guess if you're good at it, you're just locked in, right. And so we come out, and I just remember turning around and having to tell my wife that the cheerleaders were being too loud. We just got a sideline warning. If you do it again, we're getting a 15-yard penalty. And I said, you got to get them to be quiet, put the shakers up. I said, tell the band that it's on both of y'all. It's on the cheerleaders and it's on the band. And I just remember looking that there was just a moment of clarity there where I said, my God, I don't know if this has ever happened before. Our cheerleaders are too loud. Our band is so loud. These fans are rocking and this is for a mid-season game right here, it is a level of support right now that, always hope that we would get back to, and it's just good seeing it.
Right. It definitely is. I like coming over here to Joaquin, always wonderful people everywhere around here. And I know we're going to have a good one here on Thursday night too. So, and I know you'll be watching the games on Friday night to finally figure out who's what and everything too.
Yeah.
This is going to be some good ones.
We have to make a long drive down to Centerville and try to go, watch that. And the one thing I like doing more than anything is, when we drive down there to go scout anybody, is go ahead and figure out who you're playing, get the guy on the spot right there, flip the coins for whatever you're going to flip the coin for, stadiums, referees, whatever. Try to get all that stuff out of the way right then, so when you get back home, you can start actually. You don't have to spend any time on the phone with nobody. You can just go right to work on what you need to do. And both of them are familiar opponents, so the work is going to be a little less of, strategizing and just getting the kids ready to go do, smash some skulls, because that is exactly what both of those games are going to look like, whether it's Corrigan or whether it's Centerville. They're both going to be competing for a lot.
Yeah, definitely, and it's going to be good stuff. I'm ready for the playoffs around here too, and maybe this, maybe I don't say I wanted to maybe do that because last year we didn't get to do any basketball games because you guys were taking through. So maybe we may have to worry about that again this year.
I'm, like I said, Larry, man, I'm hoping we make a really good push. I want them. I like them playoff wins. That they feel good. I was telling Coach Mike today, Coach Chris was the one that I was telling you about, that Honey Grove tape, and he was showing me that I've never seen it before. I don't know how I've never seen it before, but it's a great video. He said it was made by somebody in Dallas, but it's this video about the game. And I'm watching that, and I just kind of looked at Mike, and I said, hey, man, it's crazy to think we really did that. You know, we really did that. And he said, he looked at me and he was like, well, let's just do it again. You know,
might as well.
Let's
just done it once. Let's do it again.
Let's just do it again. Why not? Why not?
Definitely.
Why not us?
Why not? Definitely. That's it. All right, Coach. Well, I'll tell you what. You know, we've been here for a while there this evening, and Bison Brew will say thank you so very much to the good folks and to the guys that came out here, and thanks to you, Coach, coming down here. And we're looking forward to Thursday night, and it's going to be a good game, and it's going to be a cool night, but you know, maybe not as cool as it has been, but it's going to be a great game great night for football, and wrapping up the regular season, kind of find out where everybody's at from that point there too. So good ready for the playoffs after that.
Sounds great to me. I'm ready.
All right. Give me Go Rams.
Go Rams.
That's right. Here we go. Go Rams. Folks here in East Texas really love their breakfast. Whether you're looking for biscuits and gravy, anything up to quiche, you'll find it there at Plates of Grace Country Kitchen for an awesome breakfast. When it comes to lunch, they'll always have a great special written on the board, or check out the menu for all kinds of great items like the Bubba Club, chicken fried steak, fish and shrimp, or even that mouth-watering hamburger steak. You'll find all these mouth-watering dishes at Plates of Grace Country Kitchen just outside of Center on Shelbyville Highway.
You know that Center Glass can fix your cracked windshield. But for the experts at Center Glass, fixing a windshield is just the beginning. Center Glass can also renovate your bathroom, turn your fixtures and shower into something entirely new and unique to your home.
Diamond V Cafe on the corner of Tenaha and Timpson is open Monday through Saturday, 6 a.m. until 8 p.m. and on the Lord's Day Sunday, 7 until 2. Diamond V Cafe was voted the best breakfast in Shelby County, and that breakfast or dinner menu is available anytime that they're open. So stop on by Diamond V Cafe and visit the Brandons on the corner of Tenaha and Timpson in Center.
It doesn't matter if you need a truck tire or if you need a car tire. If you need a tire, you call Joaquin Tire. Joaquin Tire Shop provides new and used tires, along with oil changes and 24-hour road service. Stop and see them on Highway 7 in Joaquin.
Alrighty, folks, welcome to the big broadcast here on the NETSN. I am your host, Larry Pierce, with my great cameraman, Joe Elmer. He's up here in the top, and we'll check on the Dally Cam, the Dallas Parker down there on the ground for us. Into the tight quarters here of the pasture at Ram Stadium. We're sitting ready to go. Thanks so much to the good folks here at Ram Stadium, Coach Jones and everybody for that great interview. We got great stuff coming up here at halftime. The big ball game in the area. This is for second and third place in this district right here. Is basically what we got going on here tonight. Whoever wins this one is going to end up in that second spot, and the loser is going to take the third spot into this tough district. Shelbyville pretty much locked in there in the number 4 spot, and the number 1 spot belongs to the San Augustine Wolves. Thanks for joining us wherever you are out there, and having a good broadcast here tonight. We're sitting ready to go for Joaquin and Garrison. Going to be a big ball game here, senior night here tonight, as the Garrison Bulldogs now getting ready to come out on their far end over there. So here we go. Dallas getting running out there. The Garrison Bulldogs on the way out. I tell you what, this is going to be a good game. Both these teams coming in their same record, 6-3, 3-1 here in the district. And this is going to be one of those just slobber knocker type of football games that I love to be a part of. So we're going to sit up here from high atop the box and bring you the ball game. We got my Medallion Cam down there onto the sideline. He's going to do his best to get back and forth up on the sideline here to give you those great sideline shots that he always does. So we're set and ready to go here for some football here tonight. As I said, we got a great halftime show with a great interview with some of the Joaquin Rams players that is brought to us by the Farmer State Bank. And check out those Farmer State Bank locations all across the Piney Woods. And we happen to be at the Brights and Brews on Monday for that coaches show. Talk to the guys. They got to enjoy the Hollywood Club down there. And boy, I tell you, it looked like a good sandwich, and they ate it up. So, all right. So we're ready to go here for some football here tonight. And the national anthem on the way. So we'll do that, and then we're on to play some ball. And God bless America. Let's play some football. All right, set and ready to play here in Joaquin, and the big matchup going on here tomorrow night. We're going to make our way over to Timpson. Man, I've been so busy I ain't got to talk to Coach Gandy. So, Coach Gandy, if you're out there checking it out, we're planning on being there. I'll give you a call tomorrow and get it all set. We know where we're supposed to set up, Coach, so, don't bother us. We'll just go get it all taken care of. You got a game to worry about. So San Augustine will be over there, and that'll be the final regular season. And then next week, we're going to look to go Thursday, Friday over the next couple of weeks to bring you as many playoff games we can here, but more likely on the NFHS network. That's just the way it goes, and we'll be ready to go for that coming up next week. But let's play some ball here tonight. We got Connor Rios, and looks like Trenton Reynolds. 53 is Kilpatrick. And who else we got out there? Carson Rogers, number 54. That is for the Joaquin Rams. Across the way there, we got 11, 15, 0, 64. And we got a very small on the lineup out here. So see if we can make sure we got Avery Scarborough. I know that's 0 out there. 64
Captains tonight for the Bulldogs
is
0, Avery Yarborough.
Alex
11, Riley McQuire.
Rambane.
15, Hayden Petty. And 54, Carson Cook.
Oh, 54. I thought it was 64.
For the Rams, number 87.
It is number
Connor
64.
Rios.
All right, but it is kind of difficult to see the roster here, so I'm going to kind of rely on the PA guy here, but we're going to get to some of them. We know some of these young men out here for the Garrison Bulldogs as we're setting ready to go here tonight. And looks like it's going to be – get on that one. Is that one lined up over there? Okay, yeah. Let's refresh this right here and see if we can get that done. There we go. Okay. That should be working there, folks. So I do believe that we have the scoreboard set and ready to go. Mine looks a little different than what they got out there, so I'm just trying to get a refresh of it and see what we can do. Dang it. Sorry. Says we're off and rolling with it, so we'll see how it goes. Sorry, folks, I'm checking in on my scoreboard here, and we should be ready to roll with it. It's got 1:16 on the clock there, but it should, hopefully, whenever they get it kicked off, it'll change. And we make sure that we have the right teams on the right side. And we're going to do that right now. Here's the kickoff, and it's going to be ready to go. And the Rams ready to bring it back here to the Bulldogs, kind of bring it up here at the 30-yard line. That's where they're going to start off. There we go. We're good. Okay, so let's do a swap. Okay. Now, We'll have to see when we get a score. We should be good to go. Okay, so the Garrison Bulldogs are going to start off here. First down and 10 for the Bulldogs. They'll start off on their own 30-yard line. So first and 10 for the Bulldogs coming up to the line here. McGuire is the quarterback, and number 7 is the running back there. That is going to be Crawford. Crawford going to take it over to the right side, and Crawford's going to pick up a few up to about the 35-yard line.
Brings up second down.
Second down and 5 here for the Bulldogs. All right, I think we're set and got to go in here, folks. That clock is rolling right. All righty, we're good to go. So McGuire, the quarterback, Crawford, the running back here for Bulldogs. Looks like Yarbrough will go back there as well, and twin back set for the Bulldogs. Coming to the line. T-Look. Going to hand off to McGuire. McGuire going to be hit there after the hole and driven back and breaks free. McGuire still on his feet. Now the Rams got a second effort there, but it should be enough for a first down as he gets up to the 41-yard line. The Rams had him in the backfield there and breaks free and ends up running into number 3, Jacob Gatlin, and that should be enough for a Raymond Motor Company first down, and it is up to the 41-yard line here for the Garrison Bulldogs. So McGuire brings him to the line here. Crawford in the backfield. Here's the pitch to Yarbrough. Yarbrough tries to turn the corner there, but a good job there by the Rams defense. Makes a stop right there on the edge. And Yarbrough gets a yard up to about the 42.
Second down.
Second down and 9 here for the Bulldogs. McGuire coming in from the sideline with the play. Bring him up. Crawford in the backfield alone here as they'll send a twin receiver set over to the far side for the Bulldogs. Wire under center. Double tight set, get a handoff to Crawford. Crawford right up the gut. He'll get up to about the 45-yard line. Stop there by that front line for the Rams. Good tackles, Cummins, Runnels, and also in there number 8. That is Londale Parker. So a run up to about the 45-yard line. That's going to leave about a third down and 6 here for the Bulldogs. McGuire taking some time here in the huddle, going to bring him out, going to bring a receiver here to the near side. Yarbrough and Crawford into the backfield here. Single receiver set being covered out here by Gatlin. Going to hand off here to Crawford, trying to follow his blockers through. And he'll get close to that midfield stripe, but it's going to be a good stop there by the Rams defense up to the 49-yard line. That's going to be fourth down and about 3 here for the Bulldogs. All the way up to the 47-yard line and see what Coach Alvarez decides to do. Going to bring in a Wildcat formation, leave Yarbrough in the backfield. Also number 6 coming in. That is Jernigan. And here we go with the punt. Punt on the way. Rios almost gets a piece of that one, keeping it away from him. It's going to go out of play there, all the way over to about the 30-yard line when it goes out of bounds.
The Bulldog side.
So the Bulldogs punt it away here on their first possession. They give it back to, give it to the Joaquin for the first time. So at the 35-yard line was going to be there for the Joaquin Rams. First down and 10 here for Coach Jones and the Rams. Clock with 8:48 on there. So here comes Runnels with the play. You know, Coach Jones' offense in here. Good little start there for the Garrison Bulldogs, but punted away. Taking a little over 3 minutes off the clock. Here's Runnels going to hand off. Going to give to Gatlin. Gatlin got some room here. He'll get around of the 40-yard line, get close to that 45. He'll pick up about 9 up to the 44. And a good run there by Gatlin. Jacob Gatlin gets up there to the 44-yard line. Second down and 1 here for the Rams.
First down carry for number 3, Gatlin.
Talking to my good friend Steven Shires today, we were talking football on the way back on some work we were doing, and he said, we were talking about these offenses and how big it is to have a big play there on first down, and that's a big one right there. You pick up 9 on the first down play in this offense, that's good stuff. You got a good chance of keeping the drive alive. Second down and 1 here Runnels holding himself, comes over here to the right side, falls right up in behind Mr. Cummins and takes it up for a first down. Raymond Motor Company first down up to the 47-yard line. First down, Rams. Take it up to the 47-yard line. Clock rolling here. Rams really good about taking a lot of time off the clock. And they're definitely a good thing to do. You want to take some time off the clock. And as much time you can keep that Garrison offense off the field is going to be beneficial for Coach Jones and the Rams here tonight. So Reynolds in with the play. To the line he goes. There's the handoff. Gatlin coming through here. He's got an opening. Finding some room, taking a couple of oh, what a nice smack right there by the Bulldogs. Gatlin picks up a good chunk there, but number 4 comes in there. That was Hairgrove, and he lays some wood out there and makes a good stop, but it's still a 9, almost 10-yard gain there up to the 42-yard line. So it'll be, it is a Raymond Motor Company first down. So they'll get the first down there, Will. The Rams. See how that goes. Hopefully that changes. So Coach Jones is going to bring in the play here as the Rams get another first down. Clock stops at 7:34. Reynolds to the line. Got to hold himself, take it right up ahead. Falling behind his blockers, he'll take it all the way down to the 36-yard line, looks like. Make the 35.
At the 35.
So at the 35-yard line. First down, second down, and short, make it a 2nd and 3 here for the Rams as they're moving it down the field here, starting on their own 35-yard line with about 9:48 on the clock. So taking almost 3 minutes off the clock so far. Rams have on their first drive here in this first quarter, trying to get that first score. So to the line, Reynolds brings them up. Going to take the handoff here. And Wilson trying to get stuck right there to the line of scrimmage. Good job here by the Garrison Bulldogs as they stuffed the hole there and play really good gap sound out there up to the 29-yard line. Sorry, up to the 34-yard line. So 3rd down and 2 here for the Rams. All sitting on the 34-yard line of Garrison. Garrison had the ball to start. Punted it away after a few plays. Got down there and got a 4th down and about 4. Decided to punt it away here, give it to the Rams. So here come the Rams to the line. Reynolds ready to go. Handing off and gets pushed right up ahead. And Reynolds going to take it up. He'll have enough for a first down. So he gets right at the 30-yard line. And it's a Raymond Motor Company first down here for the Rams at the 30. So at the 30-yard line, first down for Joaquin. Nice little drive here. Start out for the Rams. So we'll find out more about the playoff picture, where everybody's going to be next week after we get through the weekend here, get these games done here. Here's a run here by Gatlin. He gets slung down there by the Bulldogs. That was Winder, number 8. All right, so 2nd down now and about 4 to get up there to the 23-yard line. 2nd and 4 here for the Rams. 4.5 minutes off the clock here in this drive. I'm trying to figure out here on my scoreboard, there's no zeros on the scoreboard out there, so I think that may be the reason why it's looking like that. All right, folks, I should not worry about that. Let's worry about the game, right? Here we go. We're play coming in, play clock now down to about 7. Reynolds brings them right on up. Here's the play. Going to hand off, taking it up around to the 20-yard line, getting close to that first down marker. Picking up about maybe 2. So they're going to go ahead and say it is a Raymond Motor Company first down right there at the 20-yard line for the Rams. So we're going to go ahead and call this the State Farm red zone.
Spot the ball on the 20-yard line. It's going to be a foot shy of first down.
So just a little bit shy here. So they are going to call it a 3rd down and short here for Reynolds and the Rams, as he'll run it up ahead here. And he'll have enough for a first down as he takes it up to about the 16. There's a Raymond Motor Company first down.
Runnels ball
11th play of the drive coming up.
Offensive line fouls him a hold. First down.
Another Raymond Motor Company first down here in the Sandy Cox State Farm red zone. So that Garrison defense trying to keep the Rams out of the end zone. That's definitely not an easy task. Down on the sideline out here. I told Dallas, I said, if they come running at you, let them take out the camera, man, because we could take care of the camera, but we don't put you in the hospital down there. So he said, I got it, Larry. He's like, okay. So here we go. Reynolds to the line. Handing off. Oh, Reynolds going to hold himself. Now comes around the edge. He'll dive ahead here, get close to that 10-yard line. And we'll see where they put him down, right around to the 12 on a nice little run there by Reynolds. So they bring up a second down and 6 now for the Rams.
4, second down.
Make sure that's charging. Second down and 6 here for the Rams. Like I said, nice job taking a lot of time off this clock right here. I think taking another minute or two and put it in the end zone would be very beneficial here. Get a handoff right up the middle. And take it down there by the Bulldog defense. See who's on that run right there. Random marker on the stop there, number 64. Running it there is number 6. That is Marion Wilson. So that brings up a third down and 2 now for the Rams. Sitting right there at about the 8-yard line, right between the 8 and 9-yard line where they got the ball spotted out there. That monitor kind of worked out good there, didn't it? Well, I know we were getting everything together. I didn't get my chicken strips and ram sauce, but I'm going to have to try that at halftime. We got a great halftime coming up for you, brought to you by Farmer State Bank. So great interview coming up, and I should have enough time to get me some chicken strips and ram sauce for dinner here. Here we go. Reynolds to the line, pushing it through. And Reynolds still on his feet, and he's finally going to be wrangled up there, still trying to work it out. And he's still on his feet. He gets close to the 5-yard line before they finally push him down there. And it should be enough for a first and goal at the 5. So first down and goal here for the Rams at the 5-yard line. Nice job there by that Rams offense. Give him a steady push to the backside to get him in a first down. So the Rams looking to strike first here. Getting close to almost 8 minutes off the clock in this opening drive. 13th play of the drive coming up here for the Rams. We're letting that play clock roll all the way down under 10 before they finally break that huddle. And here's Reynolds ready to go. Reynolds looking to rush it once again. Following those blockers, going to get it closer to that goal line. It's going to stay down around the 1. So a second and goal from the 1 now for Reynolds and the Rams.
They spot the ball inside the 2. Second goal.
So we got a Garrison player down, but he's up and okay. So second down. Goal for the Rams at about the 2-yard line. Here comes Reynolds in with it. And nice job taking it in there, but his clock management is great here for Coach Jones and the Rams. Reynolds going to take it in, he push it up ahead, and Reynolds going to take it in. Touchdown, Rams. They'll take the lead here onto the 6-0 lead as the Rams push it in and take the first score of the ball game on of the 2-yard run here by Reynolds. So the Rams will get the score first. We're going to get the extra point here from Stanland. Is he going to come in here for the kick? We shall see. So with 52 seconds left to go here. 14 plays. And just under. There's another 2-point play. Nice job. They're going to throw it in. Oh, it's too strong on the pass. For the 2-point conversion is no good. So it will stay a 6-0 lead here for the Garrison, for the Joaquin Rams. The Shelby Savings Bank kickoff is on the way when we come back right here on NETSN. That's where.
Shelby Savings Bank has come a long way since it was established in 1982, and the good folks that work at Shelby Savings Bank really enjoy doing things in the community and for the community. And they would like to encourage everyone to please shop local. For all your banking needs, please visit these wonderful Shelby Savings Bank locations, with 2 locations in Center, locations in St. Augustine, Palestine, and Lindale.
Alrighty, folks, we are back here, and it is a 6-0 lead for the Joaquin Rams, and I know it says that on the scoreboard. I'm going to get that changed out here in just 1 second, folks. I'm going to do a little swap out. We'll get that done. Alrighty, so nice drive there by the Joaquin Rams. They take it 65 yards, 14 plays, 8:56 off the clock. 2-yard run there by Runnels for the score. We're back out of here on the Shelby Savings Bank kickoff. It's going to be taken there, and it'll be the Garrison Bulldogs ball. And they'll take it right there at the 32-yard line for the Garrison Bulldogs. All right, so let me go in here and we'll change this real quick, folks, and forgive me. Okay, we should get that swapped out there on the scoreboard, folks. All right. Here we go with the play for the Bulldogs. Nice job here on the run. Over there to the far side. Nice run there for the Bulldogs.
At the 36-yard line.
All the way up to the 36. Picking up 4 yards on that play.
4 second and 6.
So 2nd down and 6 now. It's not changing. Here we go. Sit over to the far side of a nice run here. It looks like it's going to be Yarborough. It's going to run up to about the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 4. And that clock's going to roll down here. We're going to get to the end of the first quarter, it looks like. It's going to be a 3rd down and short for the Garrison Bulldogs. So we're going to take a break here, and then we'll be right back here for the second quarter. It's on the way here on NETSN.
Whether it's with family and friends or just some time to yourself, summer is better on the water. And Farmers State Bank has exactly what you need to make those dreams come true. Learn more at fsbctx.bank.
At Aurora Concepts, we offer full-service primary care. And we provide physicals for student athletes for every sport. Aurora Concepts. Let us take care of you.
The Friday night lights are shining, and we are teaching driving. CDL Training Academy is your resource to a better career. Come and get trained and get tested right here in Henderson, Texas. CDL Training Academy. Visit our Henderson, Texas office or online at cdllearn.com.
Start the quarter. Garrison has the ball. 3rd down and 2. They're on 40.
So here we go as we go to the second quarter. It's a 3rd down and 2 here for the. Oh, and a nice job of that Ram defense as they get him in the backfield here. No gain on the play. It's actually going to be a loss. It's going to be a 4th down here coming up 4.
There'll be 6 Rams in there on that stop. Brings up 4th down.
So that's going to bring a 4th down and 4 here and a punt on the way for the Bulldogs. Back deep for the Joaquin Rams is going to be back there. Gatlin ready for the kick. Good kick on the way. Gatlin standing about his 20 and a bounce in front of him. He'll take it off the bounce. They'll take it back over to the 25. Bringing it back up here, and he's got some room. He's at the 40. He's at the 50-yard line. He's at the 40. He's taking Gatlin down the line, 30-yard line. He's got one man to beat, and a nice job running him down from behind. And Gatlin takes it all the way down to the 20-yard line for the Garrison Bulldogs.
56-yard punt return. Rams have it
So the Rams will have a first down and 10 here, and a nice run here by Gatlin down the kickoff on the punt return.
Start the ball on the 20 of the Bulldogs.
So here's the Rams coming to the line. Reynolds going to bring them up, try to get a quick score here as they get a good return back, and they'll take it down inside the 20, down to the 18-yard line. Gain of a few on that play.
Second down.
So a second down here and about 6 now for the Rams. Where's Dallas at? He's kind of far away there. Inside that Sandy Cox State Farm red zone. Sandy Cox State Farm red zone, and here come the Rams back to the line here. Second down and 6 for Reynolds and the Rams. Get a handoff to Gatlin coming around the other way, and a nice job there by that Bulldog defense. First one to run him down there. That's a number 15 on that carry, that on the stop. That's McGuire.
3rd and 6.
So 3rd down and a 6 now for the Rams after no gain on that play. So here we go. I've got a flag down here on the play on that one. So come down, there might be an offsides. So an offsides here for the Bulldogs. I got to give them enough for a first down. It may just get them close there. We'll see. That's going to be a 3rd down and 1 after the penalty. And I'll take it right down to the 11-yard line there. So
Ball spotted on the 11th, 3rd and 1.
So 3rd down and 1 now for the Joaquin Rams here after the penalty. And Reynolds bringing them to the line here. That clock continuing to roll down to about 9.5 to go. Reynolds on the line, ready, trying to push his way ahead. Trying to get into that first down, and does. Looks like they get across the 10-yard line. It should be down to the 9 for a first down and goal for the Rams. Brought to you by Raymond Motor Company. So down to the 9, right outside the 9, maybe just between the 9 and 10-yard line. Ball sitting just on the Garrison side of that 10-yard line there, but it is a first down and goal for the Joaquin Rams in that Sandy Cox State Farm red zone. So Reynolds coming in here with the play, getting down to 9 minutes to go, and a good job taking a lot of time off that last drive, and they got a short field here and then taking some time off it right here. Oh, great play into the middle as Gatlin goes nowhere on that play. Sorry, that was Wilson. And a great play right in the middle on a good stop there by big number 64 right there for the
loss of 1. Second down
for the Garrison Bulldogs. All right, thanks, Brett. If you got me hooked up there, I don't know. I tried to do the swap out a couple times, but it looks like you got it for me. I appreciate it. Thank you. Second down here and a loss of 1 back to the right at the 10-yard line for the Joaquin Rams. I don't know why I couldn't get that done here, but that's all right. We appreciate you helping me out there. Second down and a goal here from the just outside the 10. Oh, and it's a double play here. A nice pass out there for, is that Rios? Did they catch him down there about the 5-yard line? Still going to be, it is Rios down there at the 5-yard line. Nice job there on the halfback pass coming out. Who made that pass out there for the Joaquin Rams? I believe that was number 9. That was Jaden Brown. So 3rd down and goal as they move it down to the 7 for the Rams. So down inside the 7 here for the Rams. I was going to take a look here because I need to do that. Here we go. The Rams take it in. They're going to take it in for the score. They do get it in, as they just do get it across the line there. I wanted to make sure. Got Brown getting in there for the score. And then take it in for the touchdown on a 7-yard run there for the touchdown for the Rams. They now go up 12-0 for the touchdown. Number 64, that was Rambin. A little while ago, made a great play there for the Garrison Bulldogs. But right now, it's another touchdown here for the Joaquin Rams. Dallas is kind of far on that far end down there. So we're going to come in here with the 2-point conversion. Coming in for the Rams, it's going to be number 8. Coming in here, that's Londell Parker. So Parker coming in. Ronald's coming out here checking the play from the coach. 7:32 left to go here in this first half. Coming up at halftime in our Farmers State Bank halftime. Got a great interview with some of the Joaquin Rams players. Stick with us for that. Get some of the bands and get you back here for the second half, as right now Joaquin trying to go up 14-0 here with a 2-point conversion on the way. Reynolds bringing him up. He's going to try to take it over to the far side, but he's going to be bounced out and he'll be tackled in, and no good on the 2-point conversion. And a good job there for the Carter Crawford, number 7, holding him out of the end zone there. So it remains 12-0 here. So we'll take a break and we'll be right back here on the NETSN.
Raymond Motor Company, just off the square in downtown Center, where you'll find the friendliest of sales folks. Whether you're looking for a new SUV for the family or a brand new truck, Raymond Motors has a great service department and a huge selection of used vehicles. Raymond Motor Company, just off the square in downtown Center.
Joaquin Ram fans know that Kay's Hardware is the Joaquin supply store. You can search high or low, but eventually you will see the signs. Kay's Hardware is the key to finding what you need for your job. Located at the 42 where Highway 84 divides itself, it's Kay's Hardware back at the Rams.
And back here ready to go for the kick on the Chevy Savings Bank kickoff. Parker going to kick it off and it'll bounce, and it'll be taken there at about the 25-yard line. And coming back up there is Yarbrough. He's going to take it up close to the 45-yard line before he's finally taken down. A good run back here for Yarbrough. Gives Garrison a good starting position here at the 45 with 7:25 to go here in the first half. So nice job there by Yarbrough. All righty. So big thanks to Brett back in the studios everywhere, taking care of us here. I don't know why I couldn't get that to switch. It's usually done there on the app on the phone, but wasn't quite working out that way. So we're good to go now. So here we go. First down and 10 here for the Bulldogs, as they'll have it on their own 45-yard line. They're going to hand off right up the middle there, and the Rams defense is good to go there. But a nice job here. Crawford on the carry, gains a couple up to the 47-yard line.
For the Rams first.
So second down and 8. 7 minutes to play in the half. McGuire bringing them up. Yarbrough and Crawford in the backfield. Going out here to pass down. Going to throw it up in there. Got a man wide open at the 30-yard line, and a nice play here for the Bulldogs as they take it all the way to the house there, as that is nice play there by the Bulldogs as the quarterback, that was McGuire, kicks it all the way out here to Iverson on the 47-yard touchdown pass for the score. Iverson was right out there all by himself. McGuire finds him and makes a great play, and a nice little catch there by Iverson, and he gets it right up the field, and nobody touches him 30 yards more. And so a 47-yard touchdown. Make that a 53-yard touchdown score here for the Garrison Bulldogs. They going to make it a 12-6 now, trying to make it 12-7. And they do, as a PAT is a good. So the PAT, good. Make it a 12-7. Chevy Savings Bank kickoff. It is on the way when we come back right here on NETSN.
Struggling with mobility, chronic pain, work, or sports injury? At Azalea Orthopedics, our team of highly trained physicians specialize in complete orthopedic care, pain management, sports medicine, physical medicine, and rehabilitation. If you've sustained a bone or joint injury, have mobility or movement problems, struggle with pain, contact Azalea Orthopedics. We're conveniently located across East Texas, serving 18 counties. When visiting your doctor, urgent care, or hospital, you have a choice. Demand Azalea. At Azalea Orthopedics, your health is our priority.
Batters Law Firm is your first choice in personal injury law. Jeff Batters and his staff lead the way in the area with best of Nacogdoches and best of Lufkin votes over the last several years. If your case matters, it's got to be Batters.
Alrighty, folks, back here ready to go for a 7 Savings Bank kickoff at 6:44 to go into the half, and it's a nice job here for the Garrison Bulldogs as they get on the board here with a 55-yard scoring drive in 3 plays, 44 seconds, and a 53-yard touchdown pass to Iverson from McGuire was the scoring there for the Joaquin, for the Garrison Bulldogs. And now ready to go for the kick. Tell you what, when you have a little bit of trouble here, you kind of get it all cattywampus. We're going to get it together. Reagan onto the kick here for the Bulldogs. Back deep. Wilson. Brown. That's going to be taken there by Rios at about the 25-yard line. With the up man, he makes a couple of tackles. Rios takes it up to the 40-yard line. A nice job here by Rios for Joaquin to give the Rams a good starting position here. And they'll have it right there at the 41-yard line. So 6:39 to go here into the first half. So here comes Runnels into that Ram offense back up here in their first drive. Took it down on a nice 14-play, almost 9-minute drive, 65 yards, and then they had the short field, the touchdown from 20 yards out. Culminated in a run there by Brown for the touchdown for the Rams, and they missed most of their extra point attempts here, so it is now a 12-7 lead for the Joaquin Rams as Runnels bringing the play in for Coach Jones. First down and 10 here for the Rams. Oh, that's got to be an offsides there by the Rams, unfortunately. A little bit of too much movement. That gets them behind the chains. Coming up at our halftime, Farmer State Bank halftime. Got a great interview with some of the Rams players. Stick with us as we were at Bison Brew enjoying the good food and everything down there on Monday night with our Coach Talk. Ram Talk with Coach Jones. So that's coming up at halftime, and we'll have some band performances, and it's all brought to us by the very good folks at Farmer State Bank with many locations across the Piney Woods. All right, first down and 15 now for Runnels and
15 for the Rams.
The Rams kind of bring it over here to the far side. As we know, Cooper Bragg out of the ball game here with concussion protocol. And in to run right now, Dagan Lee takes it up for a 1 yard there.
Second down.
Up to the 37. Gonna make it a second down and 14 now for the Rams. And now let that clock roll. Did a good job there, taking a lot of time off the clock in that first drive. See if they could do it here again. And their third one of the afternoon. Got to get that first down here. And here's Wilson, but a nice job there by the Bulldogs. Once again, tracking him down.
Ball carry gets up to the 40.
Gatlin on the carry up to the 40-yard line. Taken down there by McGuire. And big number 64 back in there making more plays again. That is Alex Rambin. As he gets up to the, right at the 40-yard line here. It's going to bring him a third down and about 11. Not a long 10 here for the Rams coming in here with it. Almost to the line. Look at that first down. Definitely don't want to give it back here. Oh, that's going to be another offsides here on to the Rams. Oh, we're going to get a timeout by Coach Jones. So we're going to get a timeout. So we'll take one with him. We'll be right back here on the NETSN.
Wright Chrysler Dodge Jeep in Center proudly supports all the students and schools of the Piney Woods. Stop by the lot and feel free to check out all the wonderful vehicles we have to offer, no matter what adventure you're planning on taking. We have a wide selection of used vehicles and a service department that can service your vehicle. Get all the info you need about your next vehicle online. That way you're prepared for your cardio when you hit the lot. Wright Chrysler Dodge Jeep in Center.
Alrighty, folks, back here after the timeout, and the Rams coming out here with a 3rd down and about 11 with 5:25 to go here in this first half. So Runnels going to bring him up to the line here, and that's Garrison Bulldog defense looking to make a big 3rd down stop right here. Runnels handing off to Brown. Brown finding his blocker Kilpatrick around the far side. He'll get up a few up to about to the maybe the 44-yard line. Still going to be short there, but it'll be a 4th down and about 7 now for the Rams. So 4th down and long here for the Rams. Looks like they may try to go for it right here as they're sitting there in the ball on the 44 on their own 44-yard line. So Chris Jones decides to do here with that. As Ronald's going to bring him up. Now going to be a punt here onto the way. So it's on the way here and going to be caught back there in the back. Oh, and a nice job there by Brown. Gets back there first and makes a great play onto the punt returner. That's trying to get away from him there was number 12, Reagan. But a good job there by Brown to get there quick and make a good stop and a tackle. So it is a good punt by the Rams. And Joaquin will have it on their own 27-yard line, it looks like. Sorry, Garrison on their own 27-yard line. .426 left to go there.
Spot the ball on the 27, 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs.
So 1st down and 10 now for Garrison as they come to the line. McGuire bringing them up. He's going to have Crawford and Yarbrough in the backfield. Crawford going to take it himself, and he'll get tripped up there as he comes across the 30 up to about the 31-yard line. Gain of about 4.
Gains 4, 2nd down.
So this brings about 2nd down and about 6. Second and 6 here for the Bulldogs, keeping that big formation out there. Crawford, nope, it's going to be McGuire holding himself and taking it around to that left side. He's got some room. Got to break one tackle, and he's finally going to be wrangled up there at about midfield before he's finally taken down. A nice run there by McGuire. That's our first Raymond Motor Company 1st down for the Bulldogs at the 49-yard line of Garrison, of Joaquin. Another big run here, stopping at the maybe a 1 or 2 here for Crawford. He'll take it up to about the 47-yard line.
71 Cummins on the stop. Gain of 2, 2nd down.
So 2nd down and about 8. McGuire bringing right back to the line. Single receiver out here to the near side. And a pitch out here to Yarbrough. Yarbrough finds some room. They're going to be taking down a nice job on the tackle, getting him out of bounds. Dagan Lee. Sorry, that's Zachary Kelly. As Yarbrough runs it out. Going to be enough for Raymond Motor Company 1st down.
38.
Down to the 38-yard line. Clock now rolling down to 2:50 to go into this first half. And the Bulldogs looking to take the lead here after the Rams jumped out to a 12-0 lead. So the twin receiver set over to the far side here for the Bulldogs. That's going to be Iverson and Shepard. Here's the pitch. Oh, it's going to be kept to itself. Nice job here by McGuire. We're going to get a penalty flag coming in here, and that's usually in the area of holding as the flag comes down there at about the 34-yard line. We'll see what the flag is about. So that's going to be against the Bulldogs. Be the holding there. Taking them all the way back. That's the first penalty here on the Bulldogs tonight. Only a couple onto the Rams. Might have been taking it back. There was a offsides there onto the Bulldogs earlier. So second penalty of them on the night as they move the ball back to the 44-yard line. So McGuire bringing him right back to the line. Crawford and Yarbrough in the backfield. Two receivers set over to that far side. McGuire going to look to pass. Got a man down here. Now he's going to pull it down. Find some room here to the Joaquin side, and he's going to take it right around the 35-yard line before he's taken down. That's going to bring up a second down and about 7. And a nice run there by McGuire. So take it down to the 35, maybe the 34-yard line. So nice job here by the Garrison Bulldogs, moving it down the field here, trying to take as much time off the clock here. If they can score here, then that means that they could probably, they're going to get the ball back to start the second half as well. No, it'll be Joaquin to get the ball to start the second half. Garrison had it first. All right, so we got a timeout onto the field. We'll be right back here, folks. Stay with us here on the NFHS Network.
So many things get started at Pizzeria. You start your party off with a pizza from the pizzeria. You get your celebration started. You get your season started. For a lot of us, our passion with pizza started at the pizzeria, a tradition since 1960s. It's the Pizzeria just off the square in Center.
Second and 6 here for the Bulldogs. After the timeout here, McGuire going to look to pass. Got his man out there and got it caught, but a nice job there by the Rams defense. With a good play there, shutting it down. And that was a really good job there onto the defense by Jacob Gatlin. And it's a very short pass play that's going to give him some forward progress up to about the 30-yard line. Gatlin on a good stop there. It's going to bring up a third down and maybe 2. We get down to a buck and a half to go here into this half. Third down now, McGuire bringing him right back to the line. Crawford, Yarbrough into the backfield. Single receiver set both sides of the formation here for the Bulldogs. McGuire going to try to hold himself, trying to take it up the middle. Oh, going to be awful close. 29-yard line here on this side. That's going to be fourth down and a very short one, maybe a fourth down and a foot. Is what it's looking like right now. So fourth down and short as McGuire going to bring him out here. Coach Albert's going to leave the offense onto the field, giving the Rams town the chance to substitute here. And that clock rolling, so here comes McGuire bringing him up. Tight formation. McGuire's going to pitch it out here. We're going to get a stoppage of play. We're going to get a timeout by the Rams. So we'll take a timeout right along with them. It is 12-7. Rams have the lead here. 34 seconds to go till halftime here on a NETSN.
Raymond Motor Company, just off the square in downtown Center, where you'll find the friendliest of sales folks. Whether you're looking for a new SUV for the family or a brand new truck, Raymond Motors has a great service department and a huge selection of used vehicles. Raymond Motor Company, just off the square in downtown Center.
All right, folks, we're back here with a fourth down and a short here after the timeout by the Rams. McGuire Going to pitch it here. Going to have Crawford. He'll have enough for the first down as they take it up to about the 26-yard line. And Crawford will pick up 3.
Picks up enough for
That'll be enough for Raymond Motor Company. First down for the Bulldogs. So with 29 seconds left to go here into this half, the Bulldogs going to have another timeout here onto the field. See who's calling the timeout. We're going to leave it right here for this timeout. Coming up tomorrow night, folks, Joe and Dallas and myself, we're going to take this party train down to Timpson, and we're going to be there for St. Augustine and Timpson. That'll wrap up the regular season here at 11-2A. And then next week, we're going to have some ball games. We're going to be a game Thursday and a game Friday. Where that's going to be, I don't know, but that will be on the NFHS network. That's the way it goes when it comes to the playoffs. And so that's where we're going to be started next week. Coming up here at halftime, Farmer State Bank halftime. Got a great interview with some of the Joaquin Rams players, and got the performances by the bands. Let's see if we can get some connection back here onto the scoreboard, but working real good there for a little while. And then with a little cattywampus on it. So we'll get it all right together to go, folks. 30 seconds left to play here in this first half. Garrison Bulldog football. And McGuire bringing them to the line. McGuire looking to pass. Everybody covered downfield. Got a man. Oh, nice job there onto the reception. Is that Crawford, I do believe, makes the play. And a nice job there by Gatlin to bring him down right at the 15-yard line. Should be enough for Raymond Motor Company first down. So at the 15-yard line, it's the Raymond Motor Company first down inside the Sandy Cox State Farm red zone. On the dolly cam down there, we got another timeout here onto the field. So that means we get to take another timeout. We'll be right back here on NETSN. And thanks for joining us wherever you are out there. Hope you're having a great and wonderful night.
Batters Law Firm is your first choice in personal injury law. Jeff Batters and his staff lead the way in the area with best of Nacogdoches and best of Lufkin votes over the last several years. If your case matters, it's got to be Batters.
It doesn't matter if you need a truck tire or if you need a car tire. If you need a tire, you call Joaquin Tire. Joaquin Tire Shop provides new and used tires, along with oil changes and 24-hour road service. Stop and see them on Highway 7 in Joaquin.
Alrighty, folks, back here ready to go. First down and 10 right at the 15-yard line for the Garrison Bulldogs as they're trying to take the lead here before the end of the half. As the Rams will get the ball to start the second half, McGuire under center. Bringing the man in motion, going to pitch out here, got his man. And then, what a nice job here onto the reverse, coming back. Touchdown, Bulldogs. And a nice job taking it over to the far side here on the reverse for the Bulldogs. Taking it in to score is going to be Reagan, number 12. And that's going to be touchdown, Bulldogs. So they'll now make it a 13-12 ball game. And a 2-point conversion on the way. Or the extra point coming in here. They're going to try to, they're going to kick it, aren't they? So the kick on the way here for the Bulldogs. Getting the touchdown, and then coming in to kick is JT Reagan. Kick on the way, and it is good. So the PAT is good. That will now make it a 14-12 ball game with 12 seconds left to go. And we'll have a Shelby Savings Bank kickoff when we come back right here on NETSN.
At Wyndham Family Dental, it's always about family. Their family welcomes you. Their family takes care of you. At Wyndham Family Dental, it comes down to this.
Yes, I put a smile about smile.
Hey, if you're like me, lots of stuff is collected off up at your homestead. Call it down home clutter. Well, the good news is there's a place for it. You ain't got to have a garage sale or a bonfire. You can take your down home stuff to down home storage. That's what I did.
All righty, folks, we're back here ready to go for the Shelby Savings Bank kickoff. 12 seconds left to play here into this first half. Coming up at halftimes or halftime stuff. All righty.
Pregame the kick.
Here's the kick on the way, and it's caught there for the Rams. Coming back up here, Dagan Lee coming back here to the near side. And Lee's still on his feet. He'll be taken down there, and it'll be a good job here for the Joaquin Rams. As they'll get started off here and have just one play here before we get to the half. Going to be 5 seconds left to go here. Dude. Alrighty. So just one play here, and Rams could probably just going to sit on it. And they will. They'll kneel it down, and that'll run it down here. Be the end of the half, and it will be a 14-12 lead. Garrison Bulldogs over the Joaquin Rams. So we're at halftime here. Got all kinds of good stuff coming up for you. Like I said, we got a great halftime interview. It's coming up. And we'll also have some of the band performances as well, so stick with us for that as it's coming up. Here is our halftime brought to us by the good folks at Farmer State Bank.
Whether it's with family and friends or just some time to yourself, summer is better on the water. And Farmer State Bank has exactly what you need to make those dreams come true. Learn more at fsbctx.bank.
Shelby Savings Bank has come a long way since it was established in 1982, and the good folks that work at Shelby Savings Bank really enjoy doing things in the community and for the community. And they would like to encourage everyone to please shop local. For all your banking needs, please visit these wonderful Shelby Savings Bank locations, with 2 locations in Center, locations in St. Augustine, Palestine, and Lindale.
Folks here in East Texas really love their breakfast. Whether you're looking for biscuits and gravy, anything up to quiche, you'll find it there at Plates of Grace Country Kitchen for an awesome breakfast. When it comes to lunch, they'll always have a great special written on the board, or check out the menu for all kinds of great items like the Bubba Club, chicken fried steak, fish and shrimp, or even that mouth-watering hamburger steak. You'll find all these mouth-watering dishes at Plates of Grace Country Kitchen, just outside of Center on Shelbyville Highway.
The Friday night lights are shining, and we are teaching driving. CDL Training Academy is your resource to a better career. Come and get trained and get tested right here in Henderson, Texas. CDL Training Academy. Visit our Henderson, Texas office or online at cdllearn.com.
Wright Chrysler Dodge Jeep in Center proudly supports all the students and schools of the Piney Woods. Stop by the lot and feel free to check out all the wonderful vehicles we have to offer, no matter what adventure you're planning on taking. We have a wide selection of used vehicles and a service department that can service your vehicle. Get all the info you need about your next vehicle online. That way you're prepared for your car deal when you hit the lot. Wright Chrysler Dodge Jeep in Center.
It doesn't matter if you need a truck tire or if you need a car tire. If you need a tire, you call Joaquin Tire. Joaquin Tire Shop provides new and used tires, along with oil changes and 24-hour road service. Stop and see them on Highway 7 in Joaquin.
Joaquin Ram fans know that K's Hardware is the Joaquin supply store. You can search high or low, but eventually you will see the signs. K's Hardware is the key to finding what you need for your job. Located at the 42 where Highway 84 divides itself, it's K's Hardware back at the Rams.
Whether it's with family and friends or just some time to yourself, summer is better on the water. And Farmers State Bank has exactly what you need to make those dreams come true. Learn more at fsbctx.bank.
All right, folks, back here for some Ram talk here. We got a couple of offensive linemen here. And so who we got here? Tell us who we got. If it's allowed, let me know.
Casey Stanley.
Casey Stanley?
Evan O'Rear.
All right, so Stanley, let's see. I see you doing some kicking out there too, man. Is that one of your passions there to be a kicker here or something?
Yes, sir. A little bit.
Pull your microphone up there. That's kind of wonky on there sometimes if it falls down. There you go. So is it something you've done for a while? Is it something you kind of came into and started to be a part of?
I actually started last year.
Really?
Yes, sir.
And I've seen you out there kicking some good field goals out there, so that's always another weapon that a coach has to have out there. So beyond kicker, on the defensive side, what are you out there playing?
Backup defensive end, actually.
Out there on the other side. And on the offensive side?
Tight end.
Tight end out there, that's what I'm talking about. So getting a chance to play on that offensive side here, and the style of offense that you guys run out here is really particular. You got to have your own job and everything that you do out there. So what are some of the fun parts that you like to play whenever you're out there? I mean, hitting somebody or getting them to release and maybe get a chance at a pass. What's going on?
I like mostly catching the passes, but I also got to be able to do my job blocking too.
Right down on the line. So, excuse me. Let me take this off here. Something just popped up. Sorry. There we go. All right. So okay, we're good. So as long as you're getting out there and on the defensive side, whenever you just what's your favorite part out there on the defensive side?
Making the tackles, but you also got to do your job.
Right.
Do what you're supposed to and do what you're coached.
There you go. So as you're coming up here in this year, and you got any plans for after school? Anything going
on? Not sports-wise probably, but planning to go to college and get a degree in business.
Business something. There you go. Nothing wrong with that. All right, so moving over here, let's talk a little bit offensive line here. And so coaches tell me that you were moving in there and you got to play center. So you moved from guard to play center, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, there you go. And I played center whenever I was going through my ball years, and that's not the easy position to play, is it?
Oh no, sir. I mean, it's going from a quick guard to center is a lot more technical. You got a lot more stuff to do. You got to snap the ball and then you got to block. It's a lot harder.
Right.
A lot more thinking involved.
Yeah, that's what we hate. Even though us big guys up front are the smartest guys out there, we still have to think. A little more.
Yes, sir.
And the one thing too is a lot of people don't realize. Some people see like whenever I'm sure you can attest to it. Giving that snap and it may be lower off to the side a little bit, and sometimes you're trying to get that reach block a little bit quicker. So that's probably why you see some of that, right?
Yes, sir.
That's hard to get around.
Step before you snap sometimes and mess it up. It's just. Whole offense rides on you getting that snap off. You can't get that snap off, nothing works.
Nothing's going to play.
So
tell me too, you had a great quarterback out there that guys have been. He's done a great job all season long out there. So how's as a line, collectively, in your opinion, how you do for your quarterback and how you like being out there in front of him?
Trenton, our quarterback, he's the greatest quarterback. I think he's probably the best quarterback in 2A. I love the dude. He's
right.
He's a great guy to block for, and he's a dude.
Right.
He's a heck of a dude.
Big dog bringing it down there, right?
Yes,
That's
sir.
it. That's it.
Yes, sir.
So, and talking to Stanley over here once again, when you come up here, and some of your teammates out there, you guys have been going through some of these things, last year, the camaraderie and the small town feel of it, and that's, is it? would you rather play here, or maybe just would you like to play somewhere else? I mean, you're playing in a small town like this, you got to love the small town appeal.
Small town's definitely fun because you got all the community coming together, supporting you.
Right.
They travel with you. It's fun.
Right. And two, last weekend you got to see that crowd that in Shelbyville. Now this is the second time y'all got to play Shelbyville and beat Shelbyville, which is, I know, a big rivalry for you guys. So what's it like to look over there and hear that crowd, especially there towards the end of that one?
It was fun.
Right.
Last year we had them in playoffs and the fans traveled out and it was loud. It felt the same as last week as it did then.
There you go. And same thing for you, man. I mean, you're out there on the offensive line. You're trying to make calls, and the crowd's loud out there. It's kind of hard to hear sometimes, ain't it?
Oh, yes, sir. Yeah, I mean, it's hard to hear him. He's under center sometimes. They're so loud.
Right.
It's just – but, I mean, it's amazing, just hearing them. You got a whole town behind you. It's – It's, there's nothing else like it, you know what I'm talking about. So.
Yeah. But and also too, talk about you guys on the offensive line. You guys have like a little bit of a brotherhood type of thing. That you have, because I went through it as well. So, what are some of the things you guys do away from football to kind of like maybe get your mind off of it a little bit, just to take a breather from football?
Well, me and Carson, he's the quick guard, so he's to my side, and then Aiden, we're all seniors, so we hang out a lot, and I'm with those guys all the time in the classroom and everything. I've grew up with those guys, playing football with them forever. So just sometimes me and Carson will hop on the game, playing a game every once in a while, but just a lot in the classroom and a lot of hanging out with those guys, and even the tackles like Brennan and Brody Cummings, it is in a sense very, very, very much a brotherhood.
Right.
You're very close with all those guys, so it's just
whenever y'all can get away and have some fun and get away from it. I know it's hard to do that stuff. There you go. Well, that's great, because I mean, and too, we talked a little bit about the community here, but and so being a senior, got any plans after school, or thinking about something just yet? Trade school, something?
I was going to go to Angelina College and go do their radiology program and like take pictures of images of bones and stuff, and then transition to like a radiation therapist and
there you go.
Treat cancer patients and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's awesome. There you go.
Yes, sir.
Do you have somebody in your family that had an issue with that? If you don't mind me asking, my mom passed away from pancreatic cancer, so I know what you mean. Yeah.
Yes,
so your mom's a nurse? Oh, that's
my mom's a nurse, so it's just in the medical field's very I guess attractive to me.
Well,
I like that. So
helping people and stuff. There you go.
Yes, sir.
That's awesome. There you go. That's one thing. All right, now too, let me ask you guys. Jacob, first, how you like with your coaches? Everything good with the coaches? I mean, you can talk about coaching. You're not going to say nothing while you're on here if you need to. But tell me, I mean, your relationship with your coaches. I mean, those guys have to be pretty intense for you guys out there as you go along.
Yes, sir. They motivate us and they push us, but they keep us in line and.
There you go.
On the right path.
Very motivated. I like that. Very respectful to you guys, and it's all out that way too. So, same with the offensive line coaches here. Those guys can. I know those offensive line coaches can be a little crazy. But how about yours?
I mean, we got Coach Mike as our offensive line coach, and he's, he can get very worked up, but he's pretty chill. But as far as coaches, we got Coach Jones and Coach Chris. They light enough fire to last for ages in Joaquin. So, but no, they're all amazing. Coach Jones is an amazing coach, and Coach Chris is amazing. Coach Mike, all them coaches, they all deserve props and everything. They're amazing coaches.
That's awesome too, and you guys got a great community that supports you guys all the time too, and everything here too. And I got to ask you, how'd you like the sandwiches? Were you able to finish them things?
Oh, I finished the whole thing. There's no crumbs left in that thing, I promise you.
That's a lineman eating right there.
Oh, yes, sir.
Because you got a camera and everything? Okay. All right, well, we're going to take a break. We're going to bring the other guys in here. We're going to have to change out a little bit of camera. But thanks you guys for being here. Good luck to you guys on against Garrison, and I'm sure we'll see you along the playoffs along somewhere. Huh?
Yes, sir.
All right, here we go. We'll be right back.
Diamond B Cafe on the corner of Tenaha and Timpson is open Monday through Saturday, 6 a.m. until 8 p.m. and on the Lord's Day Sunday, 7 until 2. Diamond B Cafe was voted the best breakfast in Shelby County, and that breakfast or dinner menu is available anytime that they're open. So stop on by Diamond B Cafe and visit the Brandons on the corner of Tenaha and Timpson in Center. Raymond Motor Company, just off the square in downtown Center, where you'll find the friendliest of sales folks. Whether you're looking for a new SUV for the family or a brand new truck, Raymond Motors has a great service department and a huge selection of used vehicles. Raymond Motor Company, just off the square in downtown Center.
All righty, we're back here with some Ram talk, and we got a couple more players here with us. So who we got now? Who we talking to?
J.B. Wilson.
Mr. Wilson?
Jacob Gatlin.
And Mr. Gatlin. Now, I see you guys out there playing ball and playing really good out there so far this year. So how's the season going for you so far?
It's going great.
Going good? So what's your favorite part of it so far?
Just being with my teammates and having fun out there.
There you go. What about you, man?
I just like playing the game, like going out there and hitting somebody,
right?
Laying the wood on.
Yeah, I seen you laying some wood out there a few times out there. You guys are going on there for sure. So would you rather run the ball or go out there and play on the defensive side?
I'd have to go with defensive side.
Really?
Me personally, I like defense.
Yeah, I think that's what everybody like. Even though you run the ball out there a little bit, but you get on that defense, you get to get out there and smack somebody around. And playing an offensive line, you don't get to do that. I mean, you get to hit people, but you don't get to lay it out there like you want to sometimes. That's for sure. All right, so tell me though, whenever you got your offense, you're on the offensive side there. You got the big guys out front, and the way that offense runs. I mean, there's so many pieces to it. I mean, I tell people too, whenever you play an offense like that on the defense, you got to stay at home. So how do you guys, make sure you're in the right spot?
Well, I just listen to my coach in practice, and whatever he tells me to get and do, I'll get there and I'll do it.
Right.
And I'll stay calm while doing it.
There you go. That's the way to do it. Because sometimes I look and I'm like, and you guys got me confused. I'm sitting there calling one guy here, and y'all are going somewhere else out there too. But same thing. I mean, whenever you get to run the ball out there, I mean, it's just your chance to just move around or what?
Kind of just like slow it down. Make sure you see what's going on, so you can get in the right spot at the right time.
Right.
Make a big play.
There you go. Put that up there a little bit there, man. There you go. That thing gets a little longer. There you go. Making a big place, and that's what it is too. Because I mean, you get to the line so quick here whenever you're running up there, and then defenses better be ready for you guys whenever you're coming out because they don't know which way to go. So, but how do you got to rely on your offensive line quite a bit. So tell me how your relationship is with your big guys up front.
It's great, and if one of our guys, not us, that have the ball and they score a touchdown, I'd usually run to Brody Cummins and we'll dab each other up and I'll hug Aiden and all that stuff.
Right. Yeah, you got to have that big relationship with the big guys, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Maybe not buying them Rolexes, but maybe a burger every now and then. You know what I mean? There you go. That's what I'm talking about, too. And then, so over on defense, I know you guys like playing defensive out there a lot, too. So do you get to play more secondary defense or you linebackers?
Secondary.
Linebacker.
So whenever you're out there too, I mean on the linebacker, do you get to when you get to the offense is coming out and say, do you or say you have to spy somebody or somebody specific? I mean, what are some of the first things you have to do whenever you're watching your offense come out?
Well, you have to make sure how many wide receivers there are at first, and making sure if there's 3, you have to get on number 2, and if there's 2, you get in the middle of them and make sure none goes in the flats.
Right. It's kind of and pop somebody coming across the middle. In the secondary back there too. Do you want to play more of a zone or more of a man-to-man type of defense out there?
Well, we mix it up a little bit. But in man, I gotta make sure I get my hands on them, make sure they don't get free release. And in zone, I just gotta make sure I get deep.
Right.
And stuff like that.
Any interceptions this year?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I got a few.
Got a few of them out there this year. Was it 3 of them last time I saw you, I think?
Yes, sir.
There you go. So a nice game out there. And I tell you, getting to take them back, on those picks. I mean, those are just some of the best feelings you can get out there, I think.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Well, and also too, whenever you get to on the defensive side, and you're holding down that offense there, and you get a 4th down, because you guys had a 4th down stop, the other night against Shelbyville right there toward the end, keep them out of the end zone. I mean, that just pumps up your defense even more, doesn't it?
Yes, sir.
I mean, those 4th down stops are just big. Yeah. So in the celebration out there too with you guys, and there's got some great guys out there. So I seen Rios play out there as well, and some of the other guys, like Cummins and some of those other guys out there too. But Those guys are just, big guys out there to have, and you're glad to have them if they're teammates. Huh?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Tell me a little bit about some of those guys.
They're amazing to play with, and they keep your spirits high, and if you do something bad, they're there to cheer you up and make sure that you're okay, and just worry about the next play and the next play and the next play. Just get off of that play and go on to the next one.
There you go. All right, so I'm going to ask you guys too. Any plans for after school? I mean, I know got football plans or any other things coming up after that?
Well, after football, we plan to go into basketball season.
Mm-hmm.
But after school, I'm hoping to have either some offers, or I might just go be a walk-on for somebody's team,
right, and
just make do from there.
There you go. That's the way to do it. Continue the career and get your college education and go out there. That's for sure. Yeah, because I mean, going to any kind of school afterwards is big for everybody. That's for sure. And so, all right, and I gave the guys a chance. So anything you want to say about Coach?
Hey, I love them.
No.
I love our coaches.
Great.
They got to be intense. I mean, coaches are coaches, and they're guys. They want you guys to win. They're trying to push you guys to be the best, that they can be too. And sometimes some people could say, "Oh, there's a little too much," but to me, I think that's good. And I know that these guys are like that because it's shown by wins on the football field, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, and two, real quick, I'm going to go back to last year. We got to beat Shelbyville in the playoffs. Got to beat Shelbyville here again this year to definitely get your spot in there. So how's it feel to beat your rivals like that in those big games?
Feels great. Always amazing to do it.
And also, too, is I know after the game you guys have some good sportsmanship because I see you guys, there's some friendships on both sides out there, too, So that was good to see that everybody was, good friends, good sportsmanship after the game. That's what you like to see. There you go. All right, guys. Well, I'll tell you what, it's going to be a good game against Garrison coming up here on Thursday night. We're going to be there for it. So any predictions?
W.
There you go. That's all those predictions you need, right? There you go. All right, well, we're going to come.
Whether it's with family and friends or just some time to yourself, summer is better on the water. And Farmers State Bank has exactly what you need to make those dreams come true. Learn more at fsbctx.bank.
It doesn't matter if you need a truck tire or if you need a car tire. If you need a tire, you call Joaquin Tire. Joaquin Tire Shop provides new and used tires, along with oil changes and 24-hour road service. Stop and see them on Highway 7 in Joaquin.
Folks here in East Texas really love their breakfast. Whether you're looking for biscuits or gravy, anything up to quiche, you'll find it there at Plates of Grace Country Kitchen for an awesome breakfast. When it comes to lunch, they'll always have a great special written on the board, or check out the menu for all kinds of great items like the Bubba Club, chicken fried steak, fish and shrimp, or even that mouth-watering hamburger steak. You'll find all these mouth-watering dishes at Plates of Grace Country Kitchen, just outside of Center on Shelbyville Highway.
Joaquin Ram fans know that Kay's Hardware is the Joaquin supply store. You can search high or low, but eventually you will see the signs. Kay's Hardware is the key to finding what you need for your job. Located at the 42 where Highway 84 divides itself, it's Kay's Hardware back at the Rams.
Alrighty, folks, welcome back here. It is halftime here in Joaquin, and Farmers State Bank halftime going on right now. So thanks for joining us wherever you're. Let's do our halftime analysis brought to us by Camp Kewaunee. And a good first half here by both the squads. It's a 14-12 lead now for the Garrison Bulldogs as they were able to get a couple touchdowns. And they scored right there before the end of the half and gave a very short amount of time there, one time for one play there for the Joaquin Rams. So Garrison had the ball 4 times there, and they had to punt. And then the touchdown, the 2 touchdowns coming in here, and the turnover on the 2 punts, and then the 2 touchdowns coming in here. Nice job here onto the touchdowns. One of them was a good quick touchdown there, 44 seconds off the clock, 3 plays, and it was 55 yards totally on the drive. It was a 53-yard touchdown pass to, I do believe it was Let's get back over here. 53-yard touchdown pass to Crawford out there for the score for Garrison Bulldogs on the first one. And then the second one ends up an 11-play drive. It took right at 4 minutes and 20 seconds off the clock. And they started, it was a 73-yard drive there, and a nice little run in there for the Garrison Bulldogs as they make it 14-12 here as they got both of their extra points here by Crawford as well. Let's see, was that, yes, number 12. Reagan, I'm sorry, JT Reagan, that's number 12. He's the one that got the touchdown, and he got the 2 points there on the kick it. For the Joaquin Rams, a nice drive that first one. 14 plays, 8:56 off the clock, 65 yards. And there's a 1-yard touchdown run there by Runnels. And then a little bit later on for the Garrison, for the Joaquin Rams, they were able to take it in from the 20-yard. I got a good return there from Gatlin, get him down there to the 20. And it ended up being a 7-yard run there for Runnels, taking it into the end zone for the Joaquin Rams. And that's where we get to the halftime score of 14-12. It's kind of the way things look here at halftime, your halftime analysis. And it's brought to us by the good folks at Camp Yowanee.
Diamond V Cafe on the corner of Tenaha and Timpson is open Monday through Saturday, 6 a.m. until 8 p.m. and on the Lord's Day Sunday, 7 until 2. Diamond V Cafe was voted the best breakfast in Shelby County, and that breakfast or dinner menu is available anytime that they're open. So stop on by Diamond V Cafe and visit the Brandons on the corner of Tenaha and Timpson in Center. Raymond Motor Company, just off the square in downtown Center, where you'll find the friendliest of sales folks. Whether you're looking for a new SUV for the family or a brand new truck, Raymond Motors has a great service department and a huge selection of used vehicles. Raymond Motor Company, just off the square in downtown Center. Sandy Cox State Farm Insurance in the Center has the agents to take care of all your insurance needs. They remind you to update your policy after a life change, never put off the death policy conversation, and always have home insurance or renter's insurance. Whatever your insurance needs or questions are, or even if you need to make a payment, Sandy Cox State Farm Insurance in Center.
Already back here on NETSN. Hope you're having an awesome and blessed night, folks. Thanks for joining us wherever you are out there. And it looks like we may have finally got our clock issue taken care of there. I'm so sorry, folks. You know, sometimes things get a little cattywampus on us out here, so we should be good to go with that. Working there good. So hopefully that'll keep continuing to roll out there. And But right here we are at halftime. We get just a little bit before these teams come right back out here for the second half as we get ready for it. Coming up tomorrow evening, folks, we're going to have a good one for you tomorrow night as well as we head over to Timpson for the Timpson Bears and the San Augustine Wolves. That will take place tomorrow evening. We'll be ready to go there in Timpson right about 7:30. Pregame time at about 7:15. Get you ready to go there from Timpson, wrapping up the final regular season game of the year here in Division 11 2A. So we'll have that one coming up for you on a Friday night. Here we go for the second half as the Joaquin Rams are on their way out. And clock. Now where? So we're setting ready to go here for the second half, just about ready to go. And the Dolly Cam checking out there. He's going to have the Garrison Bulldogs ready to come out of their tunnel over there. As here come the Bulldogs. They have a 14-12 lead here in the second half. The Joaquin Rams will get the ball to start the second half as well. So sit back and ready for it as the second half ready to come onto the way here. We have our Shelby Savings Bank kickoff coming up for you. And I think we should be good everywhere on the things. We got Dallas with new batteries down there, and Joe's ready to go up here. So we should be ready to rock here. If that clock doesn't roll in here, folks, you're just going to have to listen to me and we'll try to keep it as accurate as we possibly can. All righty, ready to go. The Rams will get the ball to start here in the second half. And it was kind of a quick moving first half right there, so we'll see how things come along here in the second half as we get ready to roll here for it. And a lot of that is the Rams took a lot of time off the clock here on a couple of their drives, which is good. Most time you can keep that Garrison Bulldog offense off the field here is going to be beneficial here for the Rams. All right, so coming out ready to go. And ready to kick for the Bulldogs. It's number 12. That's JT Reagan. Going back deep for the Rams. You got Gatlin, Brown, Rios back there.
Second half.
Also,
Reagan to kick.
Chambliss right about the 20-yard line. As we're sitting ready to go for the second half. Shelby Savings Bank kickoff in the second half on the way. And it's going to be taken there by Brown as it takes a high bounce. He'll grab it there about the 8-yard line. Brown's going to find some room in the middle. Cuts it right back up inside Brown at the 30-yard line. Finally taken down there as he crosses the 30 at the 31.
Down at the 31.
So first down for the Rams here to start off at the 31-yard line.
Leading and Yarborough on the stop. First down Rams.
So the Rams will start off on their own 30-yard line. First down at 10 here for the Rams. Ready to go as Runnels will bring them out. They're going to mark them down as they're moving back. Did we have a penalty flag? We did have a penalty flag out there. So that's going to back the Rams up here, and it'll be a first down and 10 here as they take that off there. Looks like it was a personal foul. I guess the Rams are going to take it all the way back to right at the 15-yard line. So the 15-yard line is where the Rams are going to start off here for the second half.
Penalty on the return brings it back to the 21. First and 10 Rams.
So now the Rams ready to go here. First down and 10 from the 15-yard line. Runnels brings them up. Handing off. Wilson's going to take it up ahead here. And he might have got back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. First down. I get a second down. I'll give him one. Second down to 14.
Inside handoff to Wilson. Gain of a yard, second down.
So Runnels once again. So when they had the ball to start off there in that first half, they took a lot of time off the clock on a good long drive and see if they could do the same thing here in the third, take the lead back for the Rams. But the Bulldogs have been playing some solid defense since those first two scores came across for the Rams. Second down and long. Joaquin coming up, handing off. And a nice job there by the Bulldog defense, and a great job there rigging him up and taking him down. Number 53 there on the stop for the Bulldogs. And that's a great play there by Pleasant. Gets in there, makes it a loss, and make a third down. And now 11. Back to the 14, well, right back to the 15-yard line. They just started off there at about the 16. So third down and 11 here for the Rams. Runnels once again trying to find some kind of way to get a first down here. The last few times the Rams had on third down, haven't been able to convert. Got to do it here. Handing off. Wilson finds some room, comes back here to the near side. Still on his feet. Here comes Gatlin. He's at the 40. He's at midfield. And Gatlin's going to take it across midfield. He'll finally be taken down at about the 40-yard line. Nice run there by Gatlin. Raymond Motor Company first down. Rams, and Gatlin with a big run there for the Rams. He gets it into Bulldog territory down to the 40.
Spot the ball on the 40-yard line of the Bulldogs.
So the Bulldogs
41 yards on the run, first down.
finally track him down here at the 40-yard line, and a good run there by Gatlin. Gatlin 3, Wilson 6. There we go. So Gatlin gets the Rams into Bulldog territory. Here comes Reynolds to the line. And this time it's Wilson. Wilson take it over to the right side, and it'll be met there at the point of the attack there by the Bulldog defense.
Picks up 3 on the right side. Second down.
Stopped there by number 15. Is that Petty? So that's second down here and about 7 after a gain of about 3. Takes it to the 37-yard line. So Reynolds coming out with it. Here we go. Reynolds taking his time. Now going to hand off Wilson right up the middle here on the dive play. Takes it across the 25 down, or the 35 down, close to the 30, down to the 31. Might be a third down and about 1. Picked up about 6 on that play.
Third down and 1.
So a 3rd and 1 on the way here for the Rams. Manageable 3rd down. Let the clock roll, getting under 9 minutes to go now. Looks like we've got things rolling there. Hopefully it'll hold steady. No wood to knock on up here, so we're good to go. So 3rd down and 1 here for the Rams. Letting that clock roll down now to 10 here before Reynolds brings him to the line. Going to get that push himself, take it across the 30, up close to the 25. And he's down at the 28. That's a Raymond Motor Company first down on the Reynolds run. Down to the 28-yard line. First down here for the Rams. It's a big play. This is a big drive here for the Rams. They can put it in the end zone here, taking some time off the clock. Take that lead back here halfway through the 3rd quarter and play some defense, but the Bulldogs have done really good on their last 2 offensive possessions there to end that first half, putting up those points to take the lead. The Rams offense on the field here trying to get the lead back. Reynolds ready to go. Gatlin take it around to the far side, and a good job there by the Bulldog defense once again, right there at the point of attack. Coming in there, number 7 is Crawford, and also number 53 there once again. That was Pleasant, and they're making a stop as he gets back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. 2nd down and 10. That might not have been a big gain there. You definitely want to get a lot of yards there on 1st down, but the way this offense is working and the way that they're taking time off the clock, it gets you down under 7 minutes, maybe 7.5 before you have to start the clock, before you have to run the play. So good clock management here for Coach Jones and Reynolds and the Rams. They bring it to the line. Handing off, coming through. And that Bulldog defense right there to stuff the hole once again. And nowhere to go there for Wilson this time as a pack of Bulldogs right there at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
3rd down.
So 3rd down and 10 now for the Rams. Got to get them under 7 minutes to play here in the 3rd. Brown comes in to run. Gatlin checks out. He'll be back in the backfield. Brown will be back there with Wilson as Reynolds trots in with the play. 3rd down and 10. Reynolds going to send Brown out to the far side of the formation. Now going to look to hold himself as Brown was caught up. Nowhere to throw it downfield. And Reynolds runs it up in the middle there. And he'll take it above the 30. And he might have got a yard out of it. Maybe right back to the line of scrimmage. So good job here on the Bulldog defense.
It's back to the line of scrimmage. No gain.
Making a 4th down and 10 here for the Rams at the 28-yard line. Now you can take that clock under 6 minutes to go here. Try to get as much as you can. Don't think that they've got a field goal kicker here, but Coach Jones may decide to take a timeout here late in the 3rd. As that clock rolls down, it'll get definitely under 6 minutes to go. And he's got plenty of time on the play clock. See if he decides to send Reynolds out there as they're having a chat about it. And now we're going to go ahead and take a timeout here once the clock rolls down. So it looks like we're going to get a timeout coming up. So we'll be able to take a timeout with them. It is a 14-12 ball game. It'll be 5:44 to go here into this 3rd quarter when we come back right here on a NETSN.
At Aurora Concepts, we offer full-service primary care. And we provide physicals for student athletes for every sport. Aurora Concepts, let us take care of you.
Over the years, most of us have collected a lot of stuff, but where is all that stuff? Down home. So when it starts piling up, you go with Down Home Storage, climate-controlled place for your down home stuff.
All righty, folks, back here after the timeout, 5:42 to go here in this 3rd quarter. Right now the Rams started onto their own 16-yard line. 10th play of the drive coming up here for the Rams. They got a 4th down and 10. And the ball onto the 28-yard line of Garrison is where they are. And we're going to get a field goal attempt coming in here as Parker's going to come out here, and he's going to try the field goal. And the wind blowing across the field there, and they're going to set it up there at the 36-yard line. That's going to be a 46-yard field goal on the way. So we're going to leave it to you, Joe, to cover this field goal up here. So here's Parker on the way. This is going to be a 46-yarder. His kick is up, and it's going to be short. And it'll bounce and go into the end zone. And a nice job there. That's kind of really not a bad play because you get the ball back there, so it was just.
Kick is no good. Turns over on down.
You might lose a few yards out of it, but the field goal is no good. All right, so now Garrison will get it back here. And basically get the ball right back there. He didn't have to punt, didn't have to throw it down in there, didn't take the chance of turning the ball over, so he just gave it right back to him at the missed field goal spot at the 28-yard line. Garrison takes over, 5:42 to play here into this third quarter. McGuire bringing him to the line. He's got Crawford. Oh, that's Yarbrough. He gets the pitch, bringing it here to the near side. He's got an opening, cuts it back into the middle of the field, and Yarbrough breaks another tackle at midfield. Now cuts it back inside, and he gave the Rams enough time to catch up to him there inside the 45-yard line. And the Rams side, and Yarbrough with a big run for the Bulldogs takes it down to the 42 of Joaquin. So a nice run here. McGuire bringing him right back up here to get into the line quick. Yarbrough bringing his time to the right side once again, but that Ram defense there to shut him down. He got a 1, maybe 2 up to the 40-yard line. So 2nd down and 2. Picked up a couple on that Raymond Motor Company 1st down. So at the 40-yard line, 2nd down and 8 for the Bulldogs. Coming to the line, leading it 14-12. We're going to play a little add-on here, see if they can take that number 2 spot with a win here tonight. McGuire under the center. Handing off. McGuire going to keep it himself, take it over to the far side, tries to break one tackle, but a good job there by Brown, running him out of bounds before he could get to the 1st down marker. Great play there by Brown for the Rams. We're going to mark him there at the 35-yard line. That'll bring up a 3rd down and about 3 here for the Bulldogs. Number 2, Caden Renault was checked into the backfield on that last play. So 3rd down and 3 for the Bulldogs. They bring him up. McGuire, Crawford, Yarbrough. Yarbrough's going to get it, try to find Crawford this way, but Yarbrough cuts it back up in the middle. He'll have enough for a 1st down as he gets around the 30 and down across that to the 29-yard line for a gain of 6. So Raymond Motor Company 1st down for the Bulldogs. They move it down to the 29-yard line of Garrison as we get down to 4:39 in this 3rd quarter. The wind picked up there a little bit. You need a jacket? If you need it, I'll get a jacket. I got a towel I can wrap up in. Here we go. Yarbrough, Crawford in backfield once again. McGuire under center. Ready to go. Got a hand out to Crawford. Crawford finds some room there on that 5-hole. He's still on his feet. Takes it out the 10-yard line. Cuts it back up inside. Touchdown, Bulldogs. 29-yard run there by Crawford. And that's a touchdown. And the Bulldogs now go up 20-12 on a 29-yard touchdown run there by Crawford. What a run. He made some fancy moves out there into the field and takes it down in for the score. And now the Bulldogs go up 20-12 with the extra point on the way. JT Reagan will come in here for the extra point attempt. Cam Murray on the hold, and the kick is up, and the PAT is good. So that will make it a 21-12 ball game. With a little over 4 minutes to go here into this 3rd quarter. We'll be right back here on NETSN.
It doesn't matter if you need a truck tire or if you need a car tire. If you need a tire, you call Joaquin Tire. Joaquin Tire Shop provides new and used tires, along with oil changes and 24-hour road service. Stop and see them on Highway 7 in Joaquin.
All righty, folks, back here. It is now a 21-12 ball game. 4:17 left to go on a 5-play, 72-yard drive, taking about a minute 20 off the clock. 29-yard run there by Crawford, takes it into the house for the score. And now the Joaquin Rams are going to get it back here and see if they can answer back, as Rios will pick it up there at about the 22-yard line. He'll face a good return coverage there by the Bulldogs. They'll be taken down there at about the 30-yard line. So Rios will get the Joaquin Rams at the 30-yard line. 4:11 to go here into the third, and the Rams need to find a way to get in the end zone right here. So first down and 10. You know what, that Bulldog defense has done an excellent job here. There's a couple of scores there in that first half there in the first quarter. First half there for the Joaquin Rams, and the Garrison Bulldogs have tightened up that defensive ship there, and they have done an excellent job there closing it down up on the front. And the Rams need to find a way to get some big runs like they had one from Gatlin a little while ago. They need a couple more of those here as they get ready to go. Here's Reynolds going to hand off, and a great job there into the middle once again, and a nice tackle there by the Bulldogs. Coming up with a big stop is, they got a number 16. I'm not for sure how that is out there. And Carson Cook, number 54, I believe, was on that one as well. Sorry, that was number 72. That's who I was looking for. That's Eric Stevenson, number 72. So here we go with the play. It's a second down and 9, and a nice run here for the Rams, picking up some good yardage. That's Brown. So take it around the corner there to the far side. It'll be a third down.
Brown gains 6 on the right side. Brings up third down.
Up to about the 36-yard line. Make that the 37-yard line. So a third down. Third down and about 3 now for the Rams. Rams taking their time here, coming in with that play. That clock rolling down. Reynolds bringing it to the line. Need a first down here for the Rams. Picked one up here in a while. That was going to be close to the 40. Maybe the 39-yard line. Picking up a couple there.
Ronald's up the middle. Gains 2. Gonna bring up 4th and 1.
So 4th down and 1 here, deep in your own territory here. I don't know what Coach Jones is going to decide to do here, but you're trailing. And try to go for it. That push has been working pretty well for the Rams so far. See if they can get that done right here. So the Rams come to the line. And we're going to get an offsides here. Got a penalty flag coming in.
Flag's on the play.
So I don't know if that's going to be against the Rams, or to make it a 4th down and even longer if it is. That's going to be against the Bulldogs. That's beneficial there for the Rams, as the Rams now have a first down by way of the penalty, keeping this drive going. Taking it all the way up to the 44-yard line. First down and 10 for the Rams. That is a Raymond Motor Company first down. The Rams coming back to the line here. Getting under 2 minutes to play here into the third quarter. Reynolds going to put it up. He's going to pitch it out here to Brown. Brown trying to find some room over to the far side. Oh, he gets stuck over there. And he tries to get a couple of yards. He gets stood up. And he gets taken down right after that. It was a nice hit there for the Bulldogs. It looked like Jordan Shepard, number 5, made a nice hit on him out there. So here we go with the 1:23 left to go, and that clock still rolling. Second down. And about 11 here as they back him up to the 43-yard line on the loss of 1 on that play. So here comes Reynolds and the Rams. Gonna give it to Brown. Brown coming around the far edge. He's gonna take it up. He might have got 1 up to about maybe 2 up to about the 46-yard line. So that's going to bring up a third down and a good 8. I'm saying it's a good 8 yards here for the Rams. That ball sitting right there at the 46-yard line of Joaquin. And another third down situation here for the Rams. Got to get this first down here. They've gotten 1 third down conversion so far in this drive. Definitely got to snap the ball one more time here before the end of the half. Rams come to the line. Handing off. Brown coming this way. He gets across the 50-yard line. It'll be a 4th down and about 3. 4th down and about 3 here, but that's going to get to the end of the third quarter as Brown takes it up to the 49-yard line of Garrison. But that is going to take us to the fourth quarter here. So at the end of the third quarter, it is a 21-12 lead. Joaquin trailing Garrison here this evening. And we'll be right back here for the fourth quarter. It's coming up here on a NETSN.
Shelby Savings Bank has come a long way since it was established in 1982, and the good folks that work at Shelby Savings Bank really enjoy doing things in the community and for the community. And they would like to encourage everyone to please shop local. For all your banking needs, please visit these wonderful Shelby Savings Bank locations, with 2 locations in Center, locations in St. Augustine, Palestine, and Lindale.
Alrighty, folks, we are back here. And it is a 4th down. And short for the Rams. 4th down and about 3 here for the Rams. And Runnels going to look to pass. Those are across the middle. He's got Rios, and it's caught at the 45-yard line. He's going to be taken down at about the 30. And that's a nice job there onto the pass play. And it's a first down, Raymond Motor Company, first down for the Rams. They'll take it all the way down to the 29-yard line on a nice pass play here for the Rams. Is about 20 yards. And it's a Raymond Motor Company first down to get it into Bulldog territory there at the 29. A little bit of traffic out there, but Runnels was still able to find his nice spot in there for Rios to grab it. And he makes the play. So first down and 10 here at the 29-yard line for the Rams in Garrison Bulldog territory. And a nice little drive going on. 9-play drive here, and now taking it over to the far side here, still on his feet, trying to make some room. It is a nice run there. It looks like there was a hit out of bounds there, but no call on that. That was Dagan Lee. Picking up a nice run here, and we got an injury timeout here, so
Brings up 2nd down.
to grab an injury here on the field. So we're going to take a timeout. We'll be right back here, folks. Thanks for joining us wherever you are here on a NETSN.
Batters Law Firm is your first choice in personal injury law. Jeff Batters and his staff lead the way in the area with best of Nacogdoches and best of Lufkin votes over the last several years. If your case matters, it's got to be Batters.
Struggling with mobility, chronic pain, work, or sports injury? At Azalea Orthopedics, our team of highly trained physicians specialize in complete orthopedic care, pain management, sports medicine, physical medicine, and rehabilitation. If you've sustained a bone or joint injury, have mobility or movement problems, struggle with pain, contact Azalea Orthopedics. We're conveniently located across East Texas, serving 18 counties. When visiting your doctor, urgent care, or hospital, you have a choice. Demand Azalea. At Azalea Orthopedics, your health is our priority.
All righty, folks, we are back here after the injury timeout. Looks like everything's good. We've got the players leaving the field under their own power, which we always like to see.
2nd down and 6 for the Rams. Ball's on the 25 for the Bulldogs.
So it's a 21-12 ball game here in the Garrison Bulldogs. have the lead. Here's the Rams taking it right up the middle here onto the dive play here on a second down, and a good job here by the Bulldogs. Going to pick up maybe one or two up to about the 22, 23-yard line as the Rams doing a good job here keeping things alive, keeping this drive alive. Definitely need to score here late into the fourth quarter. 10-19 left to go in that clock rolling. Third down and about 4 here for the Rams. Getting down to about 10 minutes to play. So now Reynolds brings it to the line. Third down, got to pick this one up here for the Rams. Keep things rolling here. Reynolds going to push his way ahead. Get it right around to the 21, maybe the 22. Still going to be a fourth down and maybe 2 or 3 here. They mark him at the 22. 12th play of the drive here is going to be a fourth down and 3 now for the Rams. As they'll get that clock rolling now, down under 9.5 to go into the ball game. Definitely need to score right here. Get the 2-point conversion. They get down by 1 and then hold the Bulldogs, but the Bulldogs are playing good on offense out there, and they made a couple of good defensive stops here against the Rams so far this evening to keep them out of the end zone a couple of times. To see if the Rams can pick up this fourth down here. Going to hand off on the misdirection, taking it above the 20-yard line. And the should be really close there. They're marking them there at about the 19, the way they're running in on this side. And it's awful close out there. Let's see what they say. Looking across, and it's not quite the 19 where the sticks are, almost, but where they spotted the football, looks like it could be real close. We're going to have to break out the index card. So with 9 minutes to go here, they're going to take a long look and then finally going to bring the chains out. So tomorrow night, folks, we're going to head over to Timpson. And we'll be there for St. Augustine and Timpson. The way things going up, they hold true right here, right now. Ends up being a Garrison win. It will be St. Augustine, Garrison, Joaquin, and Shelbyville will be the order of D1, D2, 11. So, see how things go. They stretch the ball. Stretch it across, and it looks like it's going to be short. Nope, it's enough for the first down. It is a first down by about half a football. So the Rams pick up the first, a much-needed first down there at the 19-yard line. So we're getting ready for play number 14 here, but it is a Raymond Motor Company first down. They get inside the 20-yard line. That is the Sandy Cox State Farm red zone.
Falls on the 19.
So at the 19-yard line, the Rams inside the Sandy Cox State Farm red zone. That clock rolling now, under 9 minutes to go. Reynolds, all kinds of time here as he walks out. He could take it down to about 8:20 to play before snapping the ball here on a first down and 10 from the 19-yard line. They're going to take as much time off that clock as they possibly can here. They've only used one timeout here in the half. They should have 2 left. Reynolds to the line. Gonna roll out here to pass, and he is going to be hit there. But he does throw the pass out, but he's going to be hit. And it's an incomplete pass. Trying to get it out there to Rios. Nice job getting away from him because he had somebody just hanging on him all the way through it. Halftime, got to see some of the Dragon players. They were out here watching the game. Got to see some ex-Joaquin players out here as well from last year's squad. So always a good time here in Joaquin. The place is packed. Both sides, cars up and down the line. The highway over there is just always a great atmosphere here. Late in October. Or late October, early November for some football. Reynolds going to hold himself in a nice job staying out there. What a great play. That was a great play there for the Bulldogs. Nice job staying home and doing what you're supposed to do there. Watching the quarterback, keying on the quarterback. And that was Hayden Petty, number 15. Makes a great stop. Second down and 10 here after no gain on the play. Petty made a great job. He stayed home. He did what he was supposed to do. He knew the quarterback was coming back. He stayed out here on his own, and he made a great play in the open field. Nice job on the tackle by Petty for the Bulldogs. Second down. And going to be we get a penalty flag out there. Moving it up ahead, that's going to be against the Bulldogs. So they'll take it down there to right around the 14-yard line here for the Rams.
Second down and 5.
So play number 15 coming here. Second down and 5 for the Bulldogs. For the Rams coming to the line here. Trying to get it past those Bulldog defense. Oh, this time Wilson gets wrangled up and taken back. And a great job by that defensive front once again. Eric Stevenson, number 72, making another stop. Third down and 5. No gain on that play. I'm going to say he got 1, so 3rd and 4. 7.5 to play. Rams got to get it in the end zone here, trailing it by 9. The Dalican working good down here on the Rams sideline. Doing a great job all season. Reynolds brings it to the line here. Quick handoff. Coming back around here. Here's Brown trying to find some room, but good job by Crawford to hang on to him, hold on to him there, as he'll get a couple up to about maybe up to the 12-yard line. So that brings up a 4th down and about 3 now for the Rams. 6:50 to play. Big time play here. You got to pick it up. 4th down. Get the 1st down. Don't need to go for the whole touchdown right here. Get the 1st down. Get that 2-point conversion. Get to within 1. And the Bulldogs got to hold them out, but the Bulldogs offense is working really pretty good here the last couple of drives. Here's Reynolds going to look to pass once again. Going to try to throw it down in the corner here to Rios, and it's going to be out of play. Incomplete pass. And it's going to be a turnover on downs after a nice long drive here by the Rams. They're going to turn it over on downs, give it back to Garrison with 6:24 to play in the ball game. Garrison take a lot of time off the clock here. I think the Bulldogs have all their timeouts and only 1 or 2 here for Coach Jones and of the Rams. The Bulldogs will get it right back there, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line. So a great job here by the Bulldog defense. Their offense has done a really good job. They come out here and got a score the last time they had the ball. So let's see if they can get another one here. Make it really difficult on the Rams here late into the ball game with 6:24 to play. Here comes McGuire. And they'll have Yarbrough into the backfield with it. Going to hand out to Yarbrough. Yarbrough finds some room there onto the 4-hole. Takes it across the 15, out to about the 17-yard line. Second down and about 4. We're going to give them maybe 5.
Gain of 6. Second down.
So right there at the mark him at about the 19-yard line where he's at. All right. 18-yard line. Second down and about 4 here at the 18 for the Bulldogs. And now they're taking a little bit of a page here out of the Ram book as they're taking their time coming to the line. Getting under 6 minutes to go. Handing off once again to Yarbrough. Taking it right up the middle here, and another good strong run here by the Bulldogs. Yarbrough takes it up across the 25-yard line to the 26. Raymond Motor Company, first down.
Gets the ball across the 26. First down, Garrison.
So Garrison now taking their time coming to the line. They could get it down to right around 5 minutes to play in the ball game here before snapping the ball up by 9 right now, 21-12. I'll tell you what, it's been a great season here for this district. Looking forward to the playoffs coming up next week. It's going to be good, exciting stuff all the way through. All right, here we go. Handing off in a nice big run there. Here comes Crawford, going to make a big run through the middle. He'll get all the way out to about the 39-yard line. 13-yard run. That's another Raymond Motor Company first down. And now clock rolling. They'll stop here momentarily here. They'll spot the clock at the 30. Spot the ball at the 39. Under 5 to play. Bulldogs looking to hold on to it here, take as much time off the clock as they can here with every play. All right, now they get coming out of the huddle with about 11 seconds left to go onto the play clock. McGuire bringing him up. Crawford gonna get the handoff, following Yarbrough right through. Crawford gets tripped up there. A nice job. Somebody got an ankle tackle on him to trip him up. That might have been Parker, maybe Gatlin, but he squeezes through into Joaquin territory down to about the 47-yard line on another Raymond Motor Company first down for the Bulldogs. 4:20 to play. Great job here by clock management by both these teams. And now the Bulldogs are doing a good job here keeping a hold of it with the lead. Going to hand off Yarbrough once again coming here to the near side. On his blockers, he's going to be taken down there after he gets across the 40 down to the 36. Nice tackle there by Chambliss. Chambliss made some plays there in the Shelbyville game. Gets a play time out here today. So down to the 36-yard line for the Rams. Bulldogs will have a first down and 10, another Raymond Motor Company first down. 3.5 to play. So McGuire coming out. That clock getting down to about 15 seconds to go onto the play clock. Gonna leave Yarbrough into the backfield. Twin receiver set over to the far side of the formation here for McGuire. Handing off to Yarbrough. Yarbrough, oh, nice job here in the backfield. Chambliss with a good play here coming off the edge. It makes a stop there at the 34-yard line.
Kilpatrick and Brown. Second down.
So it gets under 3 minutes to go there. Second down and 8 at the 34-yard line here for the Bulldogs. A little bit of a cool wind blowing up here in the on the booth. McGuire bringing him to the line here. Second down and 8 for the Bulldogs. 2.5 to play in the ball game. Pitch out here to Yarbrough. Yarbrough following the blockers through, and a nice job coming off his block and making another great tackle there out of the 30-yard line. Got Chambliss once again, I do. Nope. Jaden Brown, number 9, making a stop right there. At the 31-yard line, so a gain of 3. So third down and about 5 here for the Bulldogs. We get down to 2 minutes to go. Is there going to be a 2-minute warning? There should be a 2-minute warning coming up. And that's what we got. We got the 2-minute warning. So we'll be right back here, folks. 2 minutes left in the ball game here on NETSN. Alrighty, folks, we're back here after the timeout. 2 minutes left in the ball game. Third down and about 5 here for the Bulldogs. They have it on the Joaquin Ram 31-yard line. The first down here would be very beneficial here for the Bulldogs. They're going to have Crawford and Yarbrough in the backfield. McGuire going to go under center. Taking that play clock down. They're going to get it. Anyway, going to get a quick pass out here, and he got his man. And it'll be taken down here about the 25-yard line. And a play pass caught there. Iverson, number 1. And that's enough for a Raymond Motor Company first down. Get it inside the 30-yard line down to about the 26. Get under 2 minutes to go here. As they'll run that clock here with 1:55 to start once they get everything set. Oh, it stops after the 2-minute warning. That's right. So 1:55 to go here until they snap the ball. It'll be Crawford and Yarbrough into the backfield here behind McGuire. Going to give you Yarbrough this time following Crawford. Finds some room here on that 5-hole. Takes it about to the 15-yard line before he's finally taken down. Runnels. Chambliss there onto the stop there for the Rams. But it's another Raymond Motor Company first down. Taking it inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line.
Yarbrough takes the ball down to the 14. Picks up another first down.
That is in the Sandy Cox State Farm red zone here for the Bulldogs. Sweet views of the coaches there. So with 1:25 to go, the Bulldogs just looking to hold on to it, just run this clock out here. Come out here with a victory. McGuire handing off Yarborough. Yarborough breaks off of one tackle. He's finding some room here inside the 5. Take it in. Is he going to be in for the score? Will he be tackled right before the... Oh, he's going to be tackled right there at about the 4-yard line, they say. So down to the 4-yard line here with a first down and goal now for the Bulldogs. They'll have it down there at about the 4-yard line. 1:07 left to play in the ball game here. 1:07 left to play in the ball game. And it's a 21-12 here. Now it's a first down and goal at the 4-yard line here for the Bulldogs. Did the ball come out? I didn't see that the ball come out, so it's a turnover here, it looks like. Okay, so the Rams got it back here. It was a turnover. I did not see the ball come out. I thought it was going to be a first down and goal there for the Bulldogs at the 4, but a nice run trying to break away there onto the far side for the Rams as they get it back. So there must have been a turnover there. Did not see that. My apologies, folks. I was just expecting here for the Bulldogs to have a first down and goal there at the 4. So now it'll be a second down here after no gain on that play as we have some cramping going on out here for the Bulldogs. So we got a injury timeout. So we'll take a break here for just 1 second. Just to remind everyone, coming up tomorrow night, we'll be in Timpson for the big ball game. Big thank you to Batters Law Firm for always keeping up with the score there, because when the score matters, it's Batters. Because when your case matters, it's Batters Law Firm. So thank you for Batters Law Firm for that. And a big thanks to Brett back at home watching the game, taking care of us there on the scoreboard. I know we had some issues with it, folks, but, you know, we got her down and got the game going here. That's the most important part here. So a great game here for the Bulldogs now. Looking to pull off a victory here, but a big play for the Rams is possible. But trailing by 9 with only 40 seconds left makes it hard for the Rams. All the way back there at their own 3-yard line, maybe the 5-yard line was where they're going. So it'll be a second down and 10 here for the Rams after the injury timeout. Trying to get out of the shadow of their own end zone. See if they can make another big play here. Had a couple of big runs here tonight for the Rams. That front 7 for the Bulldogs have done a really good job keeping that Rams running game from getting too far away at times. All right, so now ready to go here, second down. And I'll roll that clock here as the, Now we're gonna get a conversation here, stopping the clock. Coach Jones need to ask some questions out here on the sideline. So now we're ready to go. So reset the 40-second clock. So 37 seconds left. Rams got the ball right there on their own 4-yard line. And still some discussion going on here for this final 37 seconds. Okay, now it looks like we may be finally ready to roll with it here. They get it back up to 40 seconds there under the clock. I think that's what they wanted to do. So Reynolds bringing them up now. Gonna look to hand off right up the middle here. And a good run there by Gatlin. He'll take it up close to that first down yardage.
Wilson on the carry.
He'll take it up to be a third down and about 1 here for the Rams out at about the right between the 13, 14-yard line there. Getting down to about 20 seconds to go. The Rams coming to the line here. Last couple plays of the game. Going to hand off here to Wilson. Wilson trying to find some room to that far side. And still on his feet. Finally gets taken down there, and that's going to get down to about 5 seconds to go, but enough for a Raymond Motor Company first down, taking it all the way out to the 22-yard line.
They picked up the first down for the Rams. And that's going to be the final play of the game.
And that's going to do it there for the ball game, as that will not get another playoff. 12 is the win for the Garrison Bulldogs over the Joaquin Rams here tonight. We'll take a quick break. We'll come back with our Aurora Concepts postgame show. We'll be right back here, folks, on NETSN.
For full service primary care. And we provide physicals for student athletes for every sport. Aurora Concepts. Let us take care of you.
You know that Center Glass can fix your cracked windshield. But for the experts at Center Glass, fixing a windshield is just the beginning. Center Glass can also renovate your bathroom, turn your fixtures and shower into something entirely new and unique to your home.
Shelby Savings Bank has come a long way since it was established in 1982, and the good folks that work at Shelby Savings Bank really enjoy doing things in the community and for the community. And they would like to encourage everyone to please shop local. For all your banking needs, please visit these wonderful Shelby Savings Bank locations, with 2 locations in Center, locations in San Augustine, Palestine, and Lindale.
Alrighty, folks, back here on the Aurora Concepts postgame show to wrap this up as it's a 21-12 victory here for the Garrison Bulldogs over the Joaquin Rams to wrap up the regular season for these two squads. And like I said, tomorrow night we'll have a couple more ball games there as Shelbyville will be traveling over to Hemp Hill, and it will be San Augustine and Timpson tomorrow night. In Timpson, we'll be there for that ball game and seeing how things come out. But right now, it looks like it's going to be San Augustine, Garrison, Joaquin, and Shelbyville is going to be the 4 that they go down that way. Great game here tonight by both these squads. Just the Garrison Bulldog defense did a really good job here keeping the Rams at bay here, especially in the second half. They had some good plays out there, but a good job here by the Bulldog defense. They did a really good job here in the Rams. They had some good plays out there, just couldn't get some of those third down conversions that they needed out there for to keep some drives going. But a good job here by the Bulldogs. They scored when they needed to here late in that first half, and they got the big one here into the second half on a long drive and to keep the Rams off the field. So a good job here for the Bulldogs. They get the win here tonight. And for our players of the game, for the Garrison Bulldogs, they're going to go with, I'll tell you what, it's kind of hard. You got a couple of them out there, but I think we're going to go with Yarborough. Avery Yarborough, he did a really good job running the ball out there. McGuire did a good job with clock management. But Avery Yarborough, he's going to be our player of the game here for the Garrison Bulldogs. And for the Joaquin Rams, we're going to send it out there, and then we'll give it to Wilson. He did a good run, or Gatlin, he did a really good job running out there for the Joaquin Rams. So he'll be our Joaquin Rams player of the game. All right, folks, that is going to do it. Oh, I got you right here, man. There you go. You should be good now. Yes, sir. You're good. So that's going to wrap it up here for us tonight, folks, as the Joaquin Rams and the Garrison Bulldogs finish up the regular season here tonight. And we'll come to you from Garrison tomorrow evening for more football here on NETSN. Hope everyone has an awesome, blessed, and wonderful night. And remember, folks, if hate can go viral, so can love. We're out of here. Bye.
The proceeding has been a presentation of the Pineywood Sports Network, an affiliate of NETSN. God bless America, God bless our troops, and God bless each and every one of you.